Holy moly. I hate this daylight savings time nonsense. I freaking hate it. Oh my god, I hate it so much. It's messed with so much. I'm like so late. Oh, it is so annoying. Let me turn this down for me. Turn this down for you guys so it's not too loud. But holy moly. I know, Anthony. We're just having a fight in the comment section with Anthony. Nuh-uh. What are you saying? Our clocks, yep. Our internal clocks are all messed up. All sorts of messed up. It is whackety whack. Having a sip of my water. Nuh-uh. Yeah-uh. Nuh-uh. It's all normal here. And I think someone actually thought you were being serious. We were joking. I think one of the comments was like, that's such an what do you call it? An overreaction. You know, it's like the out of context seriousness. Totally normal here. It's my secret cap. My internal clock is always messed up. Yeah. Well, you went to bed super early. You said you were gonna go to bed super early though yesterday, Scootler, because you were like, uh-oh. This is gonna mess me up. I'm going to bed now. So real smart on you, dude. Those frick. Unless you were just laying in bed and staring at the ceiling or something. And you're just like, oh shoot, it's not working. Dude. Oh, it was bad. It was bad last night for us. Because Kratos wasn't feeling good. And we had to clean up all that. And it was 2 a.m. And then after setting him up so he can calm down, right? It became 4 a.m. And we woo! 4 a.m. Oh no. It was bad. So I don't even think I went to sleep at 4 because I was just awake from like cleaning and like trying to take care of him and stuff with Chris. I think I went to bed at like 7 in the morning or something. It was so bad. It was so bad because, you know, it took an hour to clean like all this stuff, and because it was all over the bed and everything, and we had to change the sheets, and we had to clean Kratos because he was nasty. He was a poor baby, nasty boy, poor baby. So it took like an hour or so to clean him, and then to get situated back in bed, but then like your heart's pumping, and so I was just laying there till like 7, and then I think I went to sleep, and we woke up at like 11 o'clock. It was ugh. It wasn't even enough sleep. It was like 4 or 5 hours of sleep. Ugh, yuck, so nasty. Ugh. Not the baby being sick, but the, oh my goodness, the freaking daylight savings time is the nasty bit right there. Annoying, stupid. Stupid. What the heck? Ugh, freaking calibrating, hold on. Okay, but it's good now. He's feeling a little better now. No more incidents now. We're calling his doctor tomorrow. See if we can schedule him an appointment for his surgeries. And hopefully they can do what we need. I just had some oatmeal just a second ago, and then I had dinner also. Oatmeal's my dessert. Dessert meal. But, yeah. Hi guys, hi everyone. Let's do our greetings. Hi Bloober, hi Anthony, hi Izuku, hi Chop Chop. Alright, and first on Izuku, look at that. Oh, fancy. Oh my goodness. Daylight savings time is a lot of... It's a lot. I hate it. I hate it. We have to be so unlucky. Weird stuff has to happen on daylight savings time in the middle of the night. I was like, oh, it'll be fine. It'll be at like 2 to 3 in the morning. We'll feel a little sleepy, but it'll be in the middle of the night. Ugh. Lo and behold, we have to change the sheets and everything. Ugh. So unlucky. Poor baby. Okay. Let's get into the game. Back into the Paranormasight. Should be, just gonna get my coffee right now. Sounds good. Because of daylight savings, Chop didn't get it first. Oh. Sometimes, like, everyone just be sitting on it. Just camp the button. But depends on, and I'm surprised, like, you have the internet from the Philippines always catching all those. I can never get them on, like, other people's rooms. I think I got it once on someone's stream recently. I don't remember who I got it once. But we're gonna go ahead and swap into the game. Oh, mermaid. Look at that beautiful mermaid. I would die for that beautiful mermaid. Yep. I would. I would. 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 What is this? Get this off my screen. Tasty soju. Yeah, you having a drink right now? Want to share with the class? Just kidding. I'm not a drinker. Ain't no drinks. No drinks. Okay. Let's get started. Okay, recap to where we left off. Does anyone remember? It's been so long at this point. Oh my word. Where did we leave off? Using our ultimate memory bank. And the amount of reading we're about to do right now. Do we remember what has happened so far? Clean off my monocle real quick. Is soju alcohol? It could be made on non-alcoholic. There's a lot of drinks you can make non-alcoholic, but I'm pretty sure it's alky. Okay. Alright. So we find out that Yuza is a descendant of the ones protecting the mermaids, I'm pretty sure. And the mermaids, specifically the mermaid curse that turns people into half fish, are is the curse of the mermaid Hayase? We need the Tamebako because we have to take the mirror and we have to quell the thing to stop the big storm from coming and drowning the entire city. Ooh, peach. Sounds tasty. The peach flavor is so different from, like American peach flavor. Interesting. Turn these off. Here. Let me move these over here. Move. Scoot. Okay, here we go. Yeah. I don't remember which mermaid it was. One of the 3 mermaids. Apparently there was 3 mermaids that lived on Taishima and were protected by its people, which created the curse of the raging waves. So the people who died protecting the mermaids were the ones that created the raging waves But also simultaneously Ryugyu, I'm pretty sure got mad because of the mermaid loss. So with Ryugyu's gate thing being open, the storm is awake. Because the mirror can't seal it any longer. But we need to take that mirror as well as the Hamebako box. And one of the descendants of Taishima, which is Yuza's mom or Yuza, because Yuza's mom apparently is alive and goes by a different surname. I'm pretty sure. Where is she? Under profiles? No? She goes by a different last name now. Yeah, Somikawa is her different last name. Kratos, no! Ew! Don't lick that. Don't lick that. He's trying to lick a weird spot. Stop it. Stop it. He's trying to be nasty. Nasty boy. Don't lick that. Oh, nasty. He wants to go to bed here. Oh, he's so cute. He wants to go to bed here. Poor baby. Just leave the door open. He'll figure himself out. Just hope he doesn't lick the bed. No, leave that. Turn off my lights. Nasty boy. What happened? It's too hot. Just, you know, get him up. It's too hot for him. He's a furry guy. And the younger sibling rip them. What the heck? Oh, interesting. Okay. As for the current plotline, I remember this is the investigation. This is us talking to Tsukasa's dad, who took the mermaid corpse. Wait, but why is this over here? There's a different mermaid corpse? But the last stream I remember we were with Arnav and Cersei, and we found the curse, the mermaid curse, because we were looking for the treasure. Arnav is looking for the thing of immortality, but ended up with the curse and the memories of how to disrupt the Raging Waves curse, or purify the Raging Waves curse. Mother, your son's returned. Time to be a nasty boy. Are you nasty? Are you being nasty? Don't be nasty. He's being nasty. That's a nasty guy. I'm looking at him. I keep looking at him. Every time my character falls asleep, I look at him because he's being a nasty boy. Nasty boy. He's a nasty boy. Okay. Oh, he left. He's leaving now. I'm leaving because you won't let me be a nasty boy. Okay. So, Descendant and Duty. At least from what I remember, that's what we're doing. So, Arnav is still looking for everything, and he just has the curse of the fish thing. We also met... Oh yeah, we also met this friggin' guy. What's his friggin' name? This guy. We just met this friggin' guy, and he's like, I'm CEO of doodle-doodle-doodle. I'm just an event planner. But apparently he's been missing for, like, ever. And I'm wondering if he's the one who's also... who is trying to get... What's her name? It's the one that called and threatened Sato. So that's what I'm guessing. But... that's why we barely remember him. He literally is missing. Like, for real missing. Okay. Let me move this. Because we have a piece of paper of him in... I think Yumiko's investigation. So let's go ahead and go with the Yumiko investigation. Actually, let me go back to the story chart. Just to, like... I think about something plot twisting. He might be a mermaid. Kidding! I mean, probability could be probable. Because there were 3 mermaids. Hayase, and then there were 2 others. And I think Hayase was the one that was turned into the... Issei Bay mermaids. There were the fish mermaids, and then there were the people mermaids. Yeah. Sobae, Nagame, and Hayase. And Hayase was the one that died. And so there were 2 other mermaids there. So maybe. Okay. Thanks for the head patch. Yumiko and her partner learn about the threat of the curse of the raging waves encroaching upon Kamishima and head over to warn the island. The Wakamura residence is just up the slope after you head through the alley. Hold on. Allergies have been getting me too, honestly, because now my, like... I've been sneezing all day also, so forgive me. Forgive me. I'm being destroyed too. I'm a little stuffy. My head really hurts. The Wakamura residence is just up the slope after you head through that alley. It's a bit of a maze, though. Want me to show you? Oh, yeah. So it was that way. Oh, what the heck is this? Why does she see this? She can see that she's an anomaly? Thank you. We should be fine by ourselves, I think. Got it. Take care, then. Ma'am? Is something the matter? No, it's nothing. I'll tell you later. Oh, so she saw. She saw. Ooh. This is like way back at the very start. Before the other curse, the blade-wielding curse. Oh. Let me get this straight. You're with the police. And you're expecting me to warn everyone on the island that a huge storm is on the way and get them ready to face it. That's it in a nutshell. I'm so glad you understand. Good morning. This is about the curse of the raging waves? Way ahead of you. There, I've been warning them for ages. Ooh, I really do need to blow my nose. Just 1 second. I can't breathe! Breathe! Breathe. Stuffy. Well, now you know about the curse. Ooh, something's off about... Something's off about my mic. Let's see. Ah, papa. Something's weird. Something that sounds weird. It either sounds weird or I'm congested. Can it be that a certain sorcerer acquaintance of yours told you about it? That's right. Unlike you phony sidekicks who crawl out of the woodworks every other week, my instructor's the real deal. In that case, I expect this instructor to also knows about the how the curse can be lifted. No, hasn't got that far yet, but it's not for the lack of trying. Why? You saying you know a way to break it? Unfortunately, no. We've yet to determine the exact method for bringing it to an end. We are not without the means to do so, but first we require a map concealed in the mummified mermaid. Might you know of it? A mummified mermaid? What are you on about? Some kind of ruse? I knew there was something fishy about you. What are you really after? Go on with it. I assure you, we wish only to lift the curse plaguing Kamishima. Would you be prepared to assist us in our efforts? Bah, likely story. Trying to pull one over an old Wakamura, are we? Better than you have tried. Better than you have tried. Better than you have tried. Oh, puppy. Oh, puppy, you gotta lay down. No, don't lick the blankets. Lay down. I'm trying to lick stuff, weirdo. Good, 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 good. Well, how's this? I'm not telling you another word. We're done here, understand? I don't have time to listen to this hogwash anyhow. I've got business to attend to on the mainland, so off with you. Leave me in peace. Being a nasty guy. You look like a guilty boy. He's sleepy. He just wants to sleep, but sometimes he just starts licking things. He just wants to sleep. I can share a picture of him. He's sleepy. He looks sleepy. And he laid down. Hi, nasty boy. Fritos. Whenever I try to take a picture of him, he just looks away. He's done looking at me. He's done giving me the stink eye. The creature. Just fed the nuggets. Why are they in a dress? It's funny. He's an unhappy guy. Lick the camera instead. He likes to turn. He gets camera shy. Kratos gets really camera shy. Well, that's a shame, but I suppose there's nothing we can do In any case, please do contact us if you learn anything that might be of use. Everyone's like, dang. Guy kind of sucks. Not very cooperative, is he? I don't see why he's so suspicious. He had his hackles up from the first. Perhaps he's so accustomed to dealing with rough customers that he can't believe anyone would be sincere. However, he does seem to be as interested in breaking the curse of the raging waves as we are. this off so I can see. True. And this sorcerer of his must have some psychic ability if they were able to perceive the curse. Wish I'd thought it to ask their name. Oh, I think I have an idea of who it might be. It's a small world, this industry. Oh, really? Mr. Yamashina called them a big shot who's appeared on television, and I recognized their mark on the implement in Okamura's room. Oh my god. It must be Suigen Gamyoto. Gamyoto, never heard of him. No, they used to make frequent appearances on occult programs, though they always hid their face on camera. Sorry, not ringing any bells. Ringing bells to me. Well, lately, they seem to be raking in a fortune as a corporate consultant for hire. Their powers have reputation for being accurate and potent, and their popularity has grown to the point where they can essentially name their price. If they're that good, maybe we should let them take care of the curse of the raging waves for us. Perhaps I should mention Gamyoto's popularity has reached such heights only very recently. Up until last year, they had a very poor reputation among others in the industry. In fact, as I recall on this list of notable psychics kept by the Paranormal Affairs Bureau, they were given the lowest rank. In other words, they were put on the same level as sham mediums riding the waves of the occult boom. Huh, I forgot about that list. But their sudden rise to fame and fortune after changing up their business at the end of last year is certainly suspicious. I am more concerned about the possibility that they are using a harmful curse to suit the needs of the highest bidder. Regardless, I'm not sure I would trust them to handle this affair on their own. You never know. Maybe they just had a change of heart and started training seriously. Even so, I highly doubt they would have time in their busy schedule to venture out here and solve this case on our stead. Mysterious sorcerer. Although said to possess exceptional supernatural abilities, they have revealed nothing of their true identity. Both their age and gender are unknown. Suigen Gamyoto has previously most known for the prominent media presence, with numerous appearances both on television and in magazines. Wearing an unusual outfit that covers their face, they would demonstrate a variety of psychic abilities, including exorcism of possessed individuals, assessment of submitted ghost photographs, identification of guiding spirits, and conduction of telepathic readings at haunted locations. Their unique sense of presence and high rate of accuracy garnered them a sizable following, particularly among occult enthusiasts, and they were known to accept consultation from the general public as well as media outlets. However, the end of the previous year saw this public figure suddenly withdraw from the spotlight. They now mainly operate behind closed doors, signing consulting agreements with particular companies to provide a variety of services, including management advice from a metaphysical perspective, divination of auspicious and harmful events, proposal to improve their clients' luck, and the detection of and elimination of paranormal disturbances. It is rumored that they will even cast curses on key personnel at rival companies, or conversely exercise curses from targeted victims for the right price. Hey, Alex. What's up, what's up? The undeniable potency of their spiritual abilities has earned them immense trust from both executives of their contracted companies and other wealthy individuals. Of their behind-the-scenes reputation continues to grow. This has resulted in sharp rise in their consulting fees, placing their services far beyond what the average individual can responsibly hope to afford. One of the companies they currently have a contract with belongs to Shinobu Wakamura, a local Kamishima magnate. Among psychics, opinion on them is more divided. Many have noted that their spiritual ability during the time they were openly active in the media was too weak to allow them to perform advanced techniques of any sort, to the extent that they were considered little better than a fraud, leading to the suspicions about what prompted their sudden change in course. It is now almost impossible to find footage and article from their past media appearances, and the names of the companies which they had consulting contracts are entirely disclosed, obfuscating their identity, purpose, and the true extent of their power. Does the mermaids imply the existence of mer-butlers? Please. Yes, please. Oh, hi, Sato. Oh, Ah, you're the girl who showed us the way earlier. Good morning. Good thing I caught you. Mind if we have a word? Good reading, by the way. I'm, like, really sleep deprived, but I'm trying to read this as best as I could. I have a best I can. I'm, like, really sleepy. Actually, I'd rather not. I'm afraid you don't really have a choice, because I already know that you're an 800-year immortal. What are you talking about? Don't even bother. That shocked look has already given you away. Besides, you have nothing to fear. Your secret's safe with me. Come on, let's take this somewhere more private. Yeah, it took way too much off of us, dude. 1 hour time jack is way too much. Yumiko, yeah, Yumiko housewife. We love them. So in short, when you came to, you'd been washed up on the shore of the bay. Wakamura took you in. And that's as far back as your memory goes. You don't remember anything about your life before that, not even why you became immortal. No, except I'm pretty sure I was forced to eat mermaid flesh by someone. But you don't know when or why? No. So you've only recently woken up and have no idea where you were, or what you were doing before that. Pretty much. I get the feeling I was in a kind of deep sleep at the bottom of the sea for a few hundred years. But I've got no clue why, or how, or what led up to it. Interesting. Well, how about we go over the facts one by one, just to make sure we're on the same page. Okay. Sticker? This is the southwestern coast of the island. We've got it all to ourselves right now. Soto has been researching the way in which spirit sense affects the human brain. So I'm sure he must be curious that effects longevity has on the mind and psyche of 800-year immortals. It appears she has a lot of gap in her memories. Having never encountered an 800-year immortal before, I must confess I am bursting with questions. How does such a lifespan impact the structure of their brains and memories? It would be fascinating to find out. Just the same thing. This girl, she calls herself Sato Shiranami. I wonder if she made up that name. Either way, I doubt we'd find her in the civil registry. Though, that wouldn't affect her too much while she's living on Kamishima. Let's talk about Sato. Now, I am right in thinking you didn't eat mermaid flesh and go straight to sleep. You were up and about for a few years in between, at least. I think so. What interests me is the fact that you were already familiar with the term 800-year immortal. It's not like a weirdly common concept. You must have been in the unique position to acquire knowledge of it before you went to sleep. Yeah, I have a vague memory of being told that that's what we're called. But I don't know when that happened or where, let alone who it was. Maybe you'll remember in more detail if we touch on some of the other topics. Guess we'll have to just go by the process of elimination and work on our way down the full list until we hit a target. Guess we'll have to go by process of elimination and work our way down the list till we get a hit. She read all right. I wonder if Wakamura knows about her immortality. He seems to be her guardian. If he does know, and he let slip to Yamashina about how that could become a problem. It's just one thing after another. What are we going to do about her? Okay, about you. Is there any reason for all these questions? Well, not to sound insensitive, but I'm sure it can't be easy for you. Going about without any memories and all. But I was hoping you might know something that could be of use to us. Given your history, there's a chance you mispossessed information otherwise got him lost. Maybe, but I'm not sure how much it'll help. Maybe, but I'm not sure how much help I'll be. I remember so little. Is there a reason for all these questions? Oh wait, it's the same thing. Come to think of it, I'd say it's about time we introduced ourselves. I'll admit, we don't exactly look the part, but the truth is... You're with the police? Wow, I would have never guessed there was a paranormal affairs department. Honestly, I thought all the psychics in this age were frauds. At least, that's the impression I got watching TV. To be fair, the majority of them are, but for the record, our department is officially provided by the government. Huh? Really? Back in my apartment, psychics were treated as onmyoji and even held official positions with the Bureau of Onmyo, a public institution. Oh. You seem to know a lot about that. Were you involved somehow? Huh? Oh. I explained all that without thinking. It just came naturally to me. Honestly, I'm just as surprised as you. I guess this means I might have had something to do with the Bureau of Onmyo. And it seems your memories aren't lost after all. All we have to do is find a way to trigger them. Oh. Hi, Pug. Paranormal boo. The paranormal boo boo. Is that what the curses are? They're just a laboo. Just a fancy laboo. See? It's just a very fancy laboo. The Mermaid Hayase. Hayase is just a giant laboo. What did that say? Shoot, I lost it. Report. My brain. I can't believe the cursed item is a labubu. Would you believe it? Labubu. Oh, let me just rewind here. I forgot what it said. Freaking dumb. Ugh, sleepy time. This daylight savings time has got me janked up. Bureau of Onmyo. Under traditional history. The Bureau of Onmyo was one of the government offices under the Ritsuryo system, existing from the Asuka period through to the early Meiji area. Based on the practice of Myodo, it generally oversaw such matters as astronomical observation and the creation of calendars and management of time systems, and the divination of auspicious or harmful events. However, it also said that the occasionally invoked power beyond humans' understanding to handle the banishment and cleansing of disasters and impurities. Oh shoot, I closed that on accident. The Onmyoji affiliated with the Bureau are not merely diviners, they are also bureaucrats, albeit one possessing advanced training in mathematics and knowledge of astronomy. In some areas, their influence has even great enough power to sway the victory, of course, of the nation. And their presence in the imperial court was highly valued. Spiritual practitioners in the service of the state were also formally inducted as onmyoji, operating under the banner of the bureau. Interesting, interesting. This is kind of prefecture that this is supposed to take place. I kind of assumed Okinawa from how the folks looked. Probably in the same general area, it's just named something completely different for the fantasy's sake, I think. So they're in Mie Prefecture. Which I'm pretty sure is an actual prefecture. Yeah, it's an actual one. Yeah. I guess generalistically, because Okinawa is a little further south. No, it's too far out. Okinawa's like really far out. Yeah, it's pretty far out. Like if you look at this zoomed in like image of the Mie prefecture, this is like it zoomed down. Okinawa is like way south. When you look at Issei City, Issei Bay, we're on the tiny little turtle, you know? That's where we're at. The tiny little turtle in this bay area. So it's like really small. Like the little island in the very middle. Oh shoot, what the heckies? This thing an actual island. There's like actual pictures of like the abandoned area. Like the abandoned zone that they what do you call it? Let me pull up a picture. It'd be pretty cool to look at. Like where they discussed in the abandoned bunker. And like an actual picture for it. Look at this. Isn't that cool? This is the bunker they talk in. It looks just like it, right? And I was looking at the like travel advisory pictures, and this was one of the advisory pictures. But it's an actual place. And it looks very much like it, that's for sure. So yeah, it's an actual area. I do wonder if the whole mermaids thing is like their whole selling point of their thing. But I don't want to look too into it unless the game like randomly shoots in like stuff. So I do wonder if the mermaid legends are and like myths and mysteries are part of it. So I will look into that later. Let me just save this like image thing. Never get rid of it, but just leave it there for when I want to upload sample images. But yeah, the Kameshima is an actual island that's shaped like a turtle. Very cool, though. Very cool. I would like to see that, though. So anyway, what are a couple of paranormal affair officials doing on Kamishima? Working a case, of course. What else? Our job is to resolve incidents caused by curses and paranormal phenomena, and whatever possible prevent them from occurring. It's up to us to solve the greatest mysteries and do whatever it takes to keep the peace, which is usually a lot. Wait, does that mean something's happening here? You don't know, huh? No, what? Sounds like we'd better fill you in, a bit first. We're working several cases right now, but I'd say only 2 of them are high priority. 2? Mind you, we've known about the first one for quite some time. The curse of the raging waves. We've come to lift it before it unleashes a huge storm on the southern sea of Kamishima. The curse of the raging waves? Ooh, what the heck was that on my voice? That's right. Ever heard of it? No, never. That's to be expected. I imagine the islanders aren't too fond of discussing the disaster. Anyhow, the situation is ongoing as for the other priority case. Right, you mentioned there were 2. We actually only learned about this one after we arrived on the island today, but protocol dictates that we have to deal with any 800-year immortals we find. What? What do you mean, deal with? It's not all that difficult to understand. To begin with, 800-year immortals shouldn't exist in this world. And if their existence were to become public knowledge, it would lead to an outbreak of trouble of every kind. My gosh. Heck, some people are already looking to gain immortality for themselves at any cost. What? For the sake of maintaining public order, it's vital that the world remains convinced immortality is just a myth. However... Oh! Soto, stop her. You can bind her? Oh! Ah! Can't you just let me go? Calm down, will you? I hadn't finished. What I was going to say was I've got no intention of doing anything with you, so don't worry. Wait, really? Surprised? But you should know better than anyone why that would be. You might be an 800-year-old mortal, but your time's nearly up. Ah. These eyes never lie. Sato Shiranami, for the first time in centuries, you're standing on death's door. Oh. In a matter of few days, you'll be gone from this world, am I right? Ooh, she's dying soon. I guess this is her 800 years up. Yes, it's exactly as you say. I think... I've only got 2 days left now. 2?! Holy moly. Just 2 more, huh? So you knew this was coming, but you chose to make a life for yourself on the island even so. Yeah. I've known all along from the moment I woke up. Well, now you know why I'm prepared to turn a blind eye. In just 48 hours, give or take, you'll fade away, and that will be that. She's gonna die in... Yeah, honestly, like, if she's gonna die in, like, 2 days, like, I don't know, just let the thing free roam. She's got goldfish lifespan right now. Oh my god, Blaze Blue cross tag battle? No way! Of course, you would have to swear to keep your identity a secret to the last. But provided you can keep your word, you are free to go. Bro's got 15 minutes to live, by the way, so... Literally a fruit fly at this point. She's like an actual beta fish. If she's actually the mermaid, she's a beta fish. She's literally, or like a carnival goldfish. She's about to die in like 2 days. I've only known her for 2 days. Oh, is that what her spirit sense is? That she can tell that people are gonna die fairly soon? I can, and I will, thank you. What's poppin'? She had, like, she woke up on shore like a couple months ago, so... She had like a couple months on her. But, from in the in-game playing, she's got like 2 days left, I guess. Don't thank me yet. There's another matter I'll be needing your help with, if I'm to leave you be. Another matter? Yeah, because she has this one, and they're red. Like, why are they red? For starters, only 2 days of her 800-year lifespan remain. She knows it, and yet she's perfectly calm. Seems she's accepted her fate. So, I suppose there's no harm in letting her go about her business as usual. I'd not take that time away from her, if I can help it. She's got bigger fish to fry. Ah, but first, before I forget... Yes? Keep our meeting today a secret and don't let on to anyone that you know about the curse of the raging waves. Okay. People will get suspicious otherwise. Even if Wakamura tells you about it, be sure to act surprised. I figure that shouldn't be too difficult for you. You are an experienced secret keeper after all. I don't know about that, but I'll do my best. By the way, I was wondering, how did you know I was an 800-year immortal? Oh, that? These eyes of mine have what you may call a special ability. A special ability? If I look hard enough at someone, I can tell whether they are an ordinary human or an immortal. It's like you have a different colored aura about you. Really? Not only that, but it turns out, with a bit of focus, even immortals can tell each other apart. Is that so? Oh, I just meant you look the same as anyone else to me. Ha! I'm not an immortal myself, you know. Really? I thought for sure you must be, since you seem to know so much about all this. Ooh, do you know some immortals, ma'am? Oh, just repeating. Right now, we're looking for a way to lift the curse of the raging waves. But that's Soda's area of expertise, so I'll leave the explanation to him. Right. So this concerns a legend passed down in my family, the Kuryu clan, after generations. Cortisol. Oh, I should mention, this is something I've pieced together from various sources, so it may not be entirely accurate. Right. Long ago, south of Kamishima, there was an island called Taishima. It is said that 400 years ago, it was beset by an earthquake and a tsunami in an event so catastrophic that the island sunk to the sea floor. Taishima. However, the truth of the matter is that it was invaded and laid to waste. Then, in the aftermath, the islanders' intense hatred one toilet little guy. Oh, you gotta leave it a bit open. He's gonna get mad. Into the curse of the raging waves, which manifested as a tremendous storm. I see. 400 years ago or so, this would have been toward the end of the Sengoku period, correct? Yes, ma'am. The Honnoji incident in which Oda Nobunaga ended his life took place in 1582, if you'll recall. Following this event, one of my ancestors, an accomplished onmyoji by the name of Harukage Tsuchi Mikado. Oh, he's a Tsuchi Mikado. For like the last game, the other guy was a Tsuchi Mikado, but it was Seimin Tsuchi Mikado. Sacrificed a young woman, one of the survivors of the Taishima, in order to seal away the source of the curse of the raging waves. An onmyoji, Harukage Tsuchimikado. Oh, Kratos. Wouldn't that make your ancestors a direct descendant of Abe on Seimei? Yeah, Abe no Seimei. Sounds to me like you share a bloodline with the onmyoji elite. Yes and no. While Harukage's powers were potent, he was never affiliated with the Bureau of Onmyo. In fact, he shunned his illustrious surname early on and left the government's service, preferring to uphold peace as a civilian. Ah, so he was an eccentric and an elite, gotcha. Harukage's seal was not permanent, however. It would only endure for 4 centuries. Wait, you mean... Yeah. This was the last year of peace. Actually, the seal already broke. Or the seal is already broken. Isn't that really bad? For now, the curse appears to be inert, but the storm could strike at any moment. Oh my goodness, I am so stuffy. I'm just a stuffy guy. Okay, so you need to find a way to seal the curse again, is that it? Not to seal it, break it. We're here to put an end to this curse for good. Shouldn't be too difficult. It's bound to have weakened after 400 years. Indeed, that seems to have been Harukage's plan, for legend tells. That he left behind instructions detailing how the curse should be lifted after 400 years had elapsed. However, the map that would have led us to these instructions had been lost. Oh no. It seems they were once concealed inside a model of a mummified mermaid. Yet over time, this fact was forgotten, and at some point in my family history, the object in question was sold to a foreign buyer. But, if you don't have the map, then what are you gonna do? Well, we were hoping to find some clues as to the map's whereabouts here on Kamishima. But we'd have no luck so far, and I reckon we've hit a dead end. I see. Apparently, Wakamura's been trying to find a way to end the curse of the raging waves himself. He told us he'd already warned the islanders about the impending danger and refused to have anything more to do with us. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I just hope that'll be the end of it, but this is one job I can't afford to foist off on anyone else, not entirely anyway. Okay. Yep. I've already read that. They're not immortal.
Oh, actually, talking about the Bureau of Onmyo brought back another memory. I'm pretty sure it was an Onmyo who put me to sleep, using some kind of spell to keep me in a state between life and death. Really? So someone intentionally put you to sleep under the sea. There must have been a good reason for it. From what point are your memories clearest, would you say? Well, I guess about 3 months ago when the spell keeping me in the state under the sea wore off. And when you woke up then, I see. Hmm. I know that look. Did you notice something? Not exactly. It simply occurred to me that if her state of, shall we say, suspended animation was lifted while she was in the sea depths, would she not have drowned and resurrected several times over? Oh, yeah, I did. It was hell. I woke up under the sea unable to breathe, drowned, and came back over and over again. Oh, yuck! That sucks. She just kept crawling out every time, just woke up, like respawned in the water. That sucks. It was horrible, and I still remember it every last second. Jeez, I'm sorry you had to go through that. Yeah, Sato's hardcore as hell, dude. Who knows how many times she freaking died just to crawl out of the deepest part of the ocean. Honestly, it might have taken her a whole month. Freaking drowns, wakes up, tries to undrown, dies, wakes up, drowns again. Ugh, rough. The instant I came back, I'd swim as hard as I could, trying to reach the surface. But even so, I think it took me about 3 days to reach the shore. Oh my goodness, she was 3 days underwater. I lost count of how many times I died down there. And finally, I came to in Kamishima Bay. Mr. Wakamura found me and took me in. And I've been living here peacefully ever since. No one's ever suspected I'm immortal. You're sure about that, are you? No one else knows? Huh? Yeah, I mean, I think so. The seaweed fit, though. Real queens who've drowned dozens of times underwater to live for the next 3 months and 2 days know how to work seaweed. Anyhow, I guess that settles the issue for how far back your memories go. Never stop voguing. Voguing in death. Voguing as I drown. If your lifespan is nearly at an end, that must mean you consumed the flesh of a mermaid exactly 800 years ago. Of course, you already knew that, didn't you? Not that you've been forthcoming about it. Sorry, I... Don't apologize. That just proves you know how to hold your tongue. A valuable skill when you got a secret to keep. Mind you, this fact doesn't put matters in a new light. Does it? It does. Does put matters in a new light. Say, Soto, what events took place 800 years ago? Let's see. 800 centuries ago from the present day. That would place us midway through the 1180s, when the Heian period was coming to an end. Right around the Genpei War took place. Ah, of course, the Heike. Exactly. Don't you think there might be a connection? Huh? That you're princess... That you're the princess... That you're princess? That you're... Who's the heck is this? Who's the heck of the princess?
Freaking what's her name?
Where the princess? I think it was Otohime. I think they're the princess that they stowed away. Something like that. Something like that. I don't remember the name. It's been so long again. Alright, next question. You wouldn't happen to know much about the Heike, would you? The Heike? Why do you ask? Oh, I'm so stuffy. I'm sorry. This actually pertains to one of the other cases we're working on, but we've got reason to believe that someone out there is using the curse of the Heike to commit murder. The curse of the Heike? Did you hear about the skeletal remains that turned up near here? It was all over the news. Oh, yeah, I saw that. Well, we suspected the curse of the Heike may be involved. And seeing as you were alive 800 years ago, I was hoping you might know something about the Heike. Oh my god, I'm getting so stuffy. My speech. My speech. My nose is closing up. I'm just gonna read normal because I just think I can't breathe right now. If we're right about thinking that your ties to the Bureau of Onmyo are the timing matches up perfectly, I'm literally I can't breathe. Wait a second, I'll mute my mic. It's not the hiccups, my airways, I can't breathe. Torpedoes, be gone with you. If my nose feels like I cried a whole bunch. Ooh. If we're right in thinking that you had ties to the Bureau of Onmyo, the timing matches up perfectly. I might have known once, but nothing coming to me at the moment. Really? Shoot. On that note, I too have noticed a potential correlation. There is a legend that tells of how Taira no Tadamori was presented with the flesh of a mermaid at Betsuho. Perhaps that was the flesh of Sato. Well, perhaps that was the flesh Sato had consumed to gain her immortality. Actually, I'm pretty familiar with that legend myself. And those so-called mermaids that were caught at Betsuho definitely weren't the kind that would make you immortal. Oh, is that so? But if you ask me, Sato here couldn't have become immortal by eating mermaid flesh. Without the use of a relic called the Tamebako. Now, does that ring any bells? Huh? Wait, mermaid flesh in the Tamebako? Oh, have you remembered something? Yes, that's it. It was one of the Heike. A man wearing a suit of armor. We were on a boat. And he had a tamebako where there was mermaid flesh inside. He wanted me to eat some of it. A warrior in armor, could it be? So, sounds like you had ties with the Heike as well. And this man, he was the one who made you eat the mermaid flesh? Yes, I remember somehow. What was his name? Do you remember that too? I think it was Tomo something? Tomoshige? That's it, the man's name was Taira no Tomoshige. Taira no Tomoshige? That was the name of the one of Taira no Yorimori's sons. And Yorimori himself was the son of Tadamori's official wife. You're telling me that Tadamori's grandson forced Sato to eat mermaid flesh. What do we know about this Taira no Tomoshige anyway? Not much aside from the fact that he was part of the clan's main lineage. History has not seen fit to record his deeds, whatever they may have been. Well, he may not have been one of the most famous warriors, but to think you actually knew one of the Heike. You mentioned you were on a boat. Do you recall anything else? I think we were being chased. I do not wonder at that. At the end of the Heian period, the Heike were being pursued by the full might of the Genji's forces. I was struck by an hour and I fell into the sea and drowned. Oh, okay. But by that time, I had already become immortal. Oh. Later, I must have resurrected and washed up somewhere along the coast, and I guess that's how I escaped. Tomato Bako? What about Tomoshige? Did he eat some of the mermaid flesh too? I'm not sure, I don't remember that part. But I don't think I encountered him again after that. Is Tomoshige... Is Tomoshige Ipe Ikoma? Or... I would eat it. I would eat it too. Is Tomoshige Ikoma or the guy that phoned that called? Like we don't have an image to the guy that called Sato, but it's Tomoshige Ikoma. They had lots of people break into churches and steal wafers because it's supposed to be the flesh of Christ. I mean, steal the wine, steal the wafers. Someone tells you, yeah, that wizard in town has God's flesh. You're gonna eat it immediately for sure. I remember this one time at church, they didn't have the wafers, they just gave us, oyster crackers, like the ones you get for clam chowder. And that was the flesh of Christ. And the blood was, some regular ocean spray grape juice. They're like, it's in spirit, guys. Here's the body and blood of Christ. If you'll remember, ma'am, that cursed echo I witnessed earlier had held the famed blade, Nukemaru. Perhaps Tomoshige inherited the blade from the Yorimori and wielded it with the intent to avenge his clan. After all, future generations would surely have held a memorial servicing for a warrior of renown like Yorimori, setting his spirit to rest. Tomoshige, on the other hand, is unlikely to have received the same treatment. If so, his hatred may have persisted long after his death. Puppy! Puppy! Stop it. Don't do that. Creating the curse of the Heike it is a distinct possibility. Distinct possibility. This curse sounds terrifying. I have to say, I wasn't expecting the connection here. You know, Sato, it's starting to sound like you're involved in all the incidents that have gone down in these parts over the centuries. Not by chance, or not by choice. Anyway, I get the feeling this Taira no Tomoshige wasn't a very nice guy. And this curse of his sounds even nastier. Could it really still be active after all this time? It certainly looks that way. The Heike's resentment is awfully persistent, I hear. You don't think he could have held a grudge against me, do you? Who knows? That would depend on your relationship with him back then. Oh man. However, it appears someone is actively wielding the curse of the Heike at present. Oh yeah, that frickin' guy is immortal as heck too, and he's just wandering around, pissed as hell. Therefore, the targets of the curse would be decided by this individual, whoever they may be. Another unknown, huh? He made a phone call and said, "You listen to me." Bleh. You better get on that boat or I'm killing every woman on this island. That's what he did. A curse born from Taira no Tomoshige's feelings of malice and resentment lingered in the Taira clan and caused individuals and conditions in mainland to Puppy dog, stop. Stop. Go to bed. You just be licking and licking. 1 second. 1 second, let me see. Have I gotten sick? Have I gotten sick? With the freaking ailment jump to me? I can't be sick. Oh my goodness. Dude, my sinus is walking around a little bit. Weird. I'm open. Figuring out the origin of the curse is all well and good, but it doesn't help us solve the case. We need to track down the person who's actually using it, or it'll keep happening. Indeed. Hope you find them soon. Okay, we have already read that. Still stuck on this one. Maybe her? By the way, you wouldn't happen to be concealing anything else, would you? Huh? No, It's fine. I'll not pry, just as long as you answer my questions. Sato, you got 2 days to live, so you better not be hiding anything. Like, let's just get it over with. You know? Now, there's something I'd like you to try and remember for me. Me? But... humor me. Doesn't the story behind the curse of raging waves ring any bells? Why... should it? The girl who was sacrificed in order to seal away the curse of the raging waves 4 centuries ago. Might that not have been you, Sato Shiranami? What? You have said yourself that it was an onmyoji who put you in that state of deep slumber on the sea floor. Does it not seem highly probable that you were the sacrifice who has held back the curse for the past 400 years? Oh, man, you're right, that was me. I knew it. Sorry, I can't, no more. I can't do this anymore. What's the matter with you? Get a hold of yourself. Is it that painful to remember? We didn't come here to ask you to sacrifice yourself again, if that's what you were worried about. All those years under the sea can't have been easy on her, you know? She wasn't really asleep. Her brain would have still been active. Moreover, there's a limit to how many memories the brain can hold. I would estimate the maximum capacity would be about 100 years worth. You're saying she remembers being in that state under the sea. In a sense, I presume her memory is filled with stretches of utter darkness, her view of the sea depths. Any memories from before that time have likely been pushed deep into her subconscious. Then maybe they're not gone for good. There's a chance she'll remember more, we just need to find the right trigger. Sorry, I didn't mean to freak out on you like that. It took me a second to get over the shock. Well, seems my theory about you being the sacrifice was right on that money. But it doesn't look like you'll be able to tell us too much about the past after all. Guess not. I wish I could have been more help. But, does this mean that the seal broken because I woke up? We cannot be certain of that. Perhaps it was the other way around. The seal may have broken of its own accord, releasing you from your slumber. Either way, it's not your fault. Don't go blaming yourself for any of this. Still, if I hadn't... Listen, your sacrifice kept the curse at bay for 400 whole centuries. That's half your extended lifespan. No one could have asked for more than that. The rest is up to you, Soto, isn't that right? Yes, but I'm counting on your help as well, ma'am. Oh, I'm re-stuffing up. So, any chance you've remembered something about the Curse of the Raging Waves? Did that Onmyoji Harukage Tsuchimikado happen to tell you how it could be lifted? I'm sorry, all that comes back to me is the fact that I was sacrificed. I don't remember the Onmyoji at all, what kind of person he was or anything. The most I can remember is that I think he said something about the curse being lifted 400 years later? Is that all, huh? Well, be sure to let us know if you remember anything else that could help us break the curse. I will. Oh, there's something I'd like to ask you. Be my guest. How exactly do you deal with 800-year-old immortals? You're sure you want to know? Huh? Since it's not going to happen to you, there's no reason for you to think about it. I thought it would be something like taking away their immortality. Unfortunately, that's downright impossible. Because your original body is long gone, you know. But then what else can you do? You tell her, Soto. But I always be the one to handle these unpleasant topics. Besides, I see no point in explaining something that she already is painfully familiar with. What do you mean? Among the arts we psychics wield is the spell that can place even an immortal into a state of apparent death. Once that is done, they can simply be sealed in an underground vault for the rest of their days. You mean, it's the same thing that happened to me? Essentially, yes. Except that in your case, it was for a purpose of making you a sacrifice. And you woke up before your lifespan came to an end. Yikes. Mind you, neither I or Soto has ever actually done this to anyone. Though I did hear a rumor that someone was dealt with that way a few decades back. Ooh. Interesting. Of course, there have been 800-year immortals who sought ways to become immortal again in the past. But they all failed. Even if it managed to track down the mermaid who gave them their immortality, it was no good. That's why more than a few immortals have ended up living out long lives in religious seclusion. Speaking of immortals, there's something else I had to ask you. Yes? Now, I'm not certain about this, but I get the feeling that there's another 800-year immortal on Kamishima right now. I knew it. I knew it! It's freaking that guy, Point! It's freaking that guy! Any idea who it might be? No, I don't have a clue. You sure about that? I like her suspicious face. Because if there is another immortal here, I'll find them eventually. You know, even if I have to scour the island from end to end. Does that change your answer? It's not 3, it's 4. Yep. It's an hour ahead right now. Daylight savings. Or the other way around, I don't know. Time gone because time jumped forward. You gotta change your clock, Suzuku. No, I really don't know who it could be. Alright, if you say so. This means I have to search the island after all. As if I didn't have enough to deal with. I'm sorry I'm so sleepy. But I'm interested. Well, I'd say that's about covers everything. We've talked your ear off enough. But I must be confusing all this talk, the past. Will I not trouble you any further? Right, thank you. Still, give it a bit of time and something else might come back to you. If it does, please let us know. We'll be visiting the island again soon, so you should have a chance. Will do. I'll be going then. So now what? She's given us much to ponder. To think we'd encounter a living witness. I never dreamt it was possible. Sure, it was fascinating, but I can't say it did us much good as far as our investigation is concerned. Besides, she's still hiding something. You think so, ma'am? I do, in fact. I bet on it. She might even be up to something. But our primary objective here is to lift the curse of the raging waves. We don't need to start digging into anything else without good reason. Oh, on that note, do you really intend to search for the island for this other 800-year immortal? Yeah, I figured we might as well look into that too. While we're here. Understood. Hello? My apologies for the interruption, but there is an important matter I wish to discuss with you. Now then, I believe you just have been privy to quite the interesting development. As Yumiko Shiki... you would tell it, Sato Shiranami is not the only 800-year immortal here on Kamishima. And so I would pose you a question. There is indeed one more individual on Kamishima who has made a miraculous return from the dead. Grabbing a napkin to blow my nose. Okay, Stuffy McStuffikins. Unstuff. You have bore witness to the death and revival of this individual a total of 3 times. With that in mind, allow me to ask you who is the other immortal of Kamishima. Please tell me their name. Oh boy. So... son of a Padugi. Is it friggin' Yuza? Because we saw him die 3 times. That was his hint. You bore witness to the death and revival of this individual a total of 3 times. Allow me to ask you for this one. Because he drowned going too deep into the water. He died being headless. I haven't seen anything with him. Is it freaking Yuza? Am I overthinking it? I'm gonna just make a guess. And if it's not him... Oh my god, it really is! It is! Correct. The answer is Yuza Minakuchi. To think you got it in one... Yeah, because he died drowning in the thing. He died drowning with his mom. And he died because he was headless. To think you got it in one go. You're quite an observant one. Every time Yuza ran out of oxygen while diving, he suffocated to death in the ocean depths. However, following his demise, he returned to life and was able to continue where he left off. It wouldn't normally be highly unusual for someone to reach diver rank 21 on their first outing. Such a feat would be difficult indeed unless one was unburdened by the fear of failure or the fear of death. It was his knowledge of his own immortality that led him to displaying such an uncanny degree of confidence. Oh, so is Yuza not dead? Like he's just chilling? Oh, my baby! My baby! As you may have suspected, Yuza Minakuchi became an 800-year immortal 5 years ago when he was saved by a mermaid. He was saved by a mermaid! In truth, help arrived too late that fateful day, and it became the first time he lost his life. I wonder what light this new information will cast on events going forward. With that, please enjoy the continuation of this tale. The mermaid! Okay. Okay! Okay. We will finish the Barnum stuff first, and then we will head back to Yuza's stuff. Why are you looking at us? Hello again, Arnav Barnum back at the scene. Allow me to summarize. As expected, Ikuma contacted us today, telling us we'd have to wait a little longer before we could meet the descendant. Thus, figuring he had no intention of letting us meet her anyway. We decided to use Cersei's ability to go looking for the descendants ourselves. Oh, thank you for the recap, Barnum. Who exactly are you talking to?
I'm merely setting the scene. It really feels like it raises the stakes, no? Make it feel more like a thrilling adventure.
Sure. You got me all worked up. But I'm trying to concentrate, so could you please stop distracting me?
Oh, right. Sorry. Whoa! The back of her head! It's a render of the back of her head. It's pretty crazy.
Any stickers? This is the town of Ijika in Toba City. The area is one of many in the area renowned for its ama divers. Well, that sucks. He was actually saved. Though. By a mermaid. But. Unlucky as heck. Cersei is using her dowsing ability to search for the descendant right now. What's that? Doesn't her dowsing only let us look for spiritual energy? On top of that, doesn't she have to be familiar with the energy she's looking for? That's right. I think it's the same thing. However, Cersei was perfectly prepared. Before parting with Ikoma yesterday, he asked him to hand the iron box to the descendant when he paid her a visit. She said the descendant ought to have it since it was deeply connected to the Taishima's history. Ikoma agreed on the matter and would apparently go through with it, assuming he did hand it over. Then the iron box, with its massive amount of spiritual energy, has fallen in the lap of our target. Now, Cersei just has to use her dowsing to locate the box. At least, that's the plan. However, her dowsing range is limited with the spiritual energy of the iron box possesses. Its range is probably 2 or 3 kilometers. So, we had to narrow down the target area somewhat before starting our search. So, any idea where we might start looking for the descendant?
I think Mr. Ikuma said something about visiting her several times before she finally agreed to talk, didn't he?
Did he? Which would mean that... doesn't live that far. She must live close enough for him to have paid her frequent visits.
Yes, exactly. So, I think it'd be best to start by searching the towns within Toba.
I see. But there are quite a few towns in the area, right?
About that, when we prepared yesterday, Mr. Ikuma mentioned something else that stuck to me. When you asked me to meet the descendant, he said he'd probably drop by later anyway, since he also had to handle the matters with Miss Soma.
Ah, right. He did say that, so basically... the descendant lived close to Suma? He said it like he would drop by while he was in the area, so they likely lived close to one another.
Yes, I was thinking the same. Those towns with many armor divers are our top candidates.
So that means we should probably start by searching all the towns in Toba that are home to a lot of armor divers.
That's right. We can make our way up by searching along the coast for starters.
It'd be nice if we'd at least learn the descendant's name.
We might have a lead on that. Think of your research into the past of this place.
Oh, right. I believe the name was... hold on. It was how spell name? Nino remember spell. Goes by Somikawa. Unless it's the other one, which I have to look for in the paper. I don't remember where. Somikawa. That's what the Taishima survivor was called. If there are any descendants, they were still they may still bear the same name.
That's right. It's another clue we can follow.
And so we ended up spending the morning traveling along the coast from one fishing town to another. This is the 4th town we've searched so far. It's about time we actually find something. Well then, perhaps it's about time I checked with Cersei to see how things are going. Cersei is completely focused on dowsing right now. There are several types of dowsing techniques, but it seems she's using the pendulum. It would seem that the necklace she wears can be used for that purpose. Oh my god, it's the orbicular ocean jasper. And pendulum. The closer you get to the target, the stronger the pendulum swings. So Cersei, what's the situation?
Want to give it a try?
Huh? Really? Will it still work if it's me?
I'll still be holding the pendulum, but you can see for yourself if you'd like.
Color me intrigued. I'm in.
Alright, just like this. I'll hold the pendulum directly. Direct me to move in different directions to see where it reacts.
Very well, bring it on. The pendulum won't respond right away, so the trick is to point it in one direction and wait a while. Reminds me of Lord of Mysteries. Gosh, I need a season 2 in my... Oh, what is that? Is it a live action show?
Once you find a spot where it reacts strongest, you shout and figure that you figured it out.
Got it. When it comes to yelling, I'm your guy. Oh? There, right there.
Not quite. The reaction should be much stronger than that. It takes a little time to react. You move too fast.
Ah, but it's moving so fast. That's how it works. Got it. I'm assuming it's going like crazy. Look at it. Anime? Ooh. Like, look at it go. Oh, it's going crazy. Not so crazy. There, right there.
You got it.
So that means it's somewhere up there.
Well, it may still be a bit further out, but at least we've figured out the directions to go now.
The MC used the same type of pendant for things with his powers. Ooh. They got a special flashing pendant. Ooh. Very cool. Very cool. I love mysteries. I knew it was about time we hit the right spot. Alright, let's follow this thing and see where it leads us.
Right.
There's not a lot of mysteries that I've seen that are like, super awesome. There was one that was like about like a
forensic scientist and Bones. There was another one with like a sleep-deprived detective, like all the detectives are. I need to look for more like mystery animes, because I'm big on the mystery stuff.
This is it. It's the apartment furthest back on the building's ground floor.
Got it. Hello? Anybody home? Hello?
Wow, you don't hesitate, huh?
We're on behalf of Mr. Ikuma. We're here on behalf of Mr. Ikuma. No answer. Guess no one's home.
No, I can sense a presence.
Hello? We'd like to talk to you about the iron box.
What is it? Ah, you two, Abby and Cersei, is it?
Oh, I got my sticky pads on my fingers. Alright. Let me move them this way. Move this way. Okay. Okay. Where's my other pillow?
Ah, you two, Abby and Cersei, is it? So, you're the ones who found that iron box.
Yes, that's right.
You know, I've never talked to foreigners before, so I'm so nervous I can hardly think straight.
Please, no need to be so tense, Miss Somikawa. I promise we're both harmless and cheerful.
Right. She was more willing to meet us than expected. That iron box proved more useful than I thought. Nice work, Cersei. I'll treat you to more onigiri senbei later. Oh. Feed the bean. Make sure we feed the bean.
I'm so glad we got the chance to talk with her.
Please share. So she is the descendant of the last of the Tashima. I would love to eat onigiri. Yahweh.
The way she dressed makes her look older, but I'd say she's probably around my age. I thought she'd be difficult to deal with, but now that we've actually met her, I'd say it's more like she's extremely cautious, the type that never let her guard down. I can say, I can't even begin to imagine the kind of stuff. The kind of life she led. Sorry. Still, the fact that she's wearing traditional clothing is actually quite charming. I've hardly seen anyone wearing traditional clothes since coming to Japan, which is a bit of a shock, to be honest. Okay, Mr. Barnum. Allow me to emphasize that what an honor it is to meet the descendant of Taishima. Who's saying it's even true? I suppose your family must have lived in this town for generations. Nah, I moved here a couple years back. Oh, why is that? That's got nothing to do with the two of you. Fair enough. Bunch of vampire vibes. She's gonna bite everyone. It could be mermaid vibes. Mermaids are deep-sea creatures that get no sunlight either. And shrivel up and die in the sun, if dried out. Then, if you don't mind me asking, do you have any other family or relatives, Miss Somakawa? Why? Apologies, I was merely wondering if there's any other descendants. Don't know, I'm probably the only one left. That too will come to end soon enough. Oh? What do you mean by that? No more than what I said. So, do you live by yourself, Miss Omikawa? That's right. Where exactly did you come across the iron box? I followed this map that was in my family's possession. Supposedly, it was left behind by the Onmyoji who sealed away the curse of Taishima. A map, you say? It led us to the iron box. It must have been resting at the bottom of Ise Bay. Since it's such a valuable artifact deeply connected to Taishima's lost history, we felt we absolutely had to tell you about it, Miss Somikawa. Oh yeah? If I may so, I noticed your interest in the iron box. Could it be you already knew of its existence? I didn't know it was a box, but I'd been told something still remained of the island. Makes sense. Speaking of that box, I don't suppose there was something inside. Yes, inside was a record detail of how Taishima was destroyed, along with information on the curse of the raging waves. A record? Oh, allow me to fill you in on the details. And that sums it up. Such a horrid man would say massacring the people, wouldn't you say? Massacring the people of Taishima because he wanted to find a mermaid that bad. The grudges left behind by the event, coalesced into two separate curses, and ultimately Taishima was destroyed along with everything else. I'm sure it must have been excruciating to hear the tale of how your ancestors' home was destroyed. But I believe this story should be passed down so people can learn of Taishima's true history. Wouldn't you agree? And that was all recorded in that box. Hi, Clay. Hi. We're reading the Mermaid. And that was all recorded in that box. Oh wait, she's done talking about that. Talk about the Tamagotchi. No, we better wait before broaching this topic. If she realizes that we're after the Tamibako, it'll only make her more cautious. Oh. Oh shoot, I'm sorry. Clicked it again. The double click. My man. By the way, you may consider this the curious whims of a fantasy offer, but would you be able to elucidate me on some of the stories that have been passed down in your family? Now I get it. You came here because you want to ask about mermaids, eh? Ugh. You got me. Alright, you got me. It's true. But, can you blame me? As a fantasy author, it's in my blood. If mermaids truly do exist, then I must sate my curiosity. I knew it. Whatever your motivations, you're not getting the Tamibako. I'm not falling for that, for one of Ikuma's schemes. I'm not gonna share my family's legends of Taishima with just anyone. And that was all recorded in that box. Okay, so she won't. Oh my god, the 100 reasons why! Hi, Star. Did you just say that Ikuma is after the Tamabako? Oh, so you didn't know. Well, he is. That's exactly why I hid it somewhere no one will ever find. I see. It must be very precious to you then. Well, I'm relieved that iron box found its way to you then.
Oh, the Grammy.
20 streak!
20 tweak! Oh my gosh, people be tweaking.
Oh, before the king.
Tweak!
So, was there a curse stone inside the iron box?
A curse what?
Don't play dumb. There must have been one. Well, there was.
Avi, you ain't a liar.
So you already knew about it. There was indeed a curse stone inside. That's what I thought. Then how about a trade? You two want the Tamebako, don't you? Oh, a trade?
Oh, does she get rid of herself? And that's why she's the fish? She gave us the Tamebako? And then got rid of herself? She's the fish right now. Hollow is locked. What the heck? Yeah, I was like, what?
You certainly shook me when you said we had to take a boat.
Oh, I said it. Oh my gosh. Ooh, no hiccups. Stop.
To think the Tamebako would be hidden at sea. What an incredible plot twist. Ah, my apologies. I guess that's just the writer in me coming through. This is too thrilling.
You sure can talk.
Oh, believe it or not, I'm actually holding back. I can actually go on and on at great lengths once I get started. That wasn't praise. There's nowhere to run on the island, no matter where you go. Someone's always near. It's always too loud, grating on the ears. The sea, though, once you get this far out, it's nice and quiet.
I don't like that.
Streak party. It's fine. Stop the boat.
Okay, ma'am. This is some scary boat nonsense. Is there a sticker in this damn boat? There's no up and down, just left and right. Oh, wait, what, the butterfly? Shikigami. Whoa!
So one of Cersei's abilities is Shikigami. When someone's name is written on a piece of paper, she can make the paper fly towards that person. They're great for delivering messages or tracking down someone. I was pretty spooked at first when I saw it, but I've gotten used to it. Okay, fine, I did just go whoa, but not because I was actually surprised or anything. What's wrong? Ah, it's nothing, don't mind me. I wonder if something happened to Cersei. I'd better read the note. Let's take a look. Ran into two suspicious people looking for Miss Samikawa. I drove them off now, but be careful.
Oh, this is when she ran into the wizard in Yumiko, which they kind of need to reconvene because it's important. Seems like something happened on Cersei's end. I'd better stay alert, just in case, but I don't think I'll mention this to Miss Samikawa. I'd only shake her up. We're somewhere off the coast of Toba City, accompanied by the sound of waves and the cry of seabirds.
Did she really hide the Tamebako here, in a place with no landmarks whatsoever? And if that's at the bottom of the ocean here, how are we supposed to retrieve it? Miss Somikawa used to be an Ama diver. Would she be planning to go down there and get it herself? Miss Somikawa... So will you tell me what you want to trade for the Tamebako now? You've got the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone with you, right? Sure do. Have a good look, the Forsaken Fish Curse Stone. Looks like the real deal, alright. You want to trade the stone for the Tamebako, right? I figured as much. Well, I'm fine with those terms, let's do it. No, that ain't it. Oh, that ain't it? What you want, ma'am? I've come all this way out here in the middle of the sea on Miss Somikawa's request. This boat can only carry 2 people, so I left Cersei to watch the shores. Given that Ikuma's after Tamebako as well, we might try to interfere if he learns of this. So Cersei is keeping an eye out to make sure he doesn't try to follow us. It's reassuring to have some backup. So someone has been tailing us all along. You know, I once had a sister. Her name was Mare Somikawa. Ooh! They were twins! You said you had a sister. What does that mean? Yes, she's gone. Died in an accident at sea about 5 years ago. I see. My condolences. So, there actually was another descendant. You folks seem to be pinning your hopes on me just because I'm one of the descendants. But the one who actually inherited our duty wasn't me, it was my sister. Your duty? That's right. We're coming close to the end soon, so it's like the twists are coming like that. It was them, it was you, it was them, they were twins. So it's happening now. That's right. The duty of the Taishima bloodline has been passed down in our family for generations. Even more, our generations would have been the one to handle the 400th year since the disaster. My grandpa always said that was particularly important. It was a fish all along. So there was a duty Taishima descendants were meant to perform after 400 years. But I was young back then. I still had dreams of my own. I wanted no part in some annoying duty, so I ran away from home the first chance I got. I pushed all that responsibility onto my sister, but I know I should have helped her. I see, so that's why your sister was the one who inherited that duty. Hi, Roger. Meow. So it wasn't Miss Somikawa who inherited the family duty, but her older sister. Wait a second, I'm cooking. What if 2 mermaids had twins, and one got all the fish and the other got all the human? Oh my god! The cooking! I still make an overcooked emote. He's so funny. This is probably part of her so-called request. I'm curious, so I might as well hear her out. This duty you mentioned. Was it to break what remains of the curse of the raging waves? I suppose they were connected, but lifting the curse would have been a step along the road, but it wasn't the goal. Oh really? Then what is it? Well, it was to return the mermaid that was left behind in Ise Bay to Ryukyu. That was the real duty of the Taishima bloodline. Return a mermaid? Who didn't make it through? Is it Hayase? So it's true, there really was a mermaid stuck in Ise Bay because she couldn't return to Ryukyu? That's right. Her name was Sobae. Oh, okay, Sobae. Oh, she's come up in our research, so she was real after all. You see, my sister that took on the family duty, it seems like she actually met Sobae herself. She got to meet the mermaid? After leaving my hometown and making a living as an armor diver, I'd all but forgotten about the duty I'd left behind. I had no idea that what our duty actually entailed. When I finally learned about the truth, I was crushed by regret. Regret? Why? You know, ever since I was a little girl, I'd always been fascinated by mermaids. Understandable? I read The Little Mermaid so many times, the pages of the book started to wear away. I would see them in my dreams over and over. Back then, I wanted nothing more than to become a mermaid. It was what led me to become an armor diver in the first place. But the true nature of the family duty is only revealed to one who inherits it. I see. What bitter irony. But couldn't you meet the mermaid after you learned the truth? My sister took pity on me and attempted to call her to meet me once in secret. My sister Mare even shared some of the things the mermaid had told her. But you know, Sobae was a cautious mermaid who never truly opened her heart to anyone but my sister. Me, on the other hand, she avoided. I was never even allowed as much as a glimpse. Quite the bitter outcome. Mare and the mermaid had grown close as friends. They trusted each other. They were inseparable. She never once showed herself to anyone other than my sister, not even a close relative like me. So she's hid herself away for 400 years. Was such a caution really necessary? Your sister must have been an incredible person to earn the mermaid's trust. Though, I can only imagine how hard it must have been to be rejected by an existence you so deeply admired and longed to meet. Mare moved to Kamishima to get closer to Ryugyu, all for the mermaid's sake. Then one day she got married and changed her name to Mare Minakuchi. She seemed so happy. So, she got married on Kamishima? I was so jealous. I couldn't think straight and ended up lashing out pretty badly. In an attempt to destroy my sister's reputation with the mermaid, I grabbed our family heirloom and ran off. Oh, the Tamebako. Yes? Yeah, the mermaid was supposed to take it back to Ryugyu, so our family had carefully kept it for centuries. And so, the years went by. Then 5 years ago, I heard Mare had died in an accident, and that's why I came back to Toba. I thought maybe this meant the duty would be passed on to me. Of course. But by then, our parents and our relatives had already passed away. There was no one left who knew about our duty. There was nothing I could do. I didn't know a thing, not where the mermaid was, nor how to call her. I'd given up. But while I was digging around, that man, Ikuma, found out I was a descendant of Tai Shima. You see, I was struggling to get by. I'd sold the information my sister had told me about the mermaid. Back then, I was making a living by giving folks a glimpse of the Tamebako for a ridiculous price. That brings us to the present, I hope. In other words, since your sister died in an accident, your family's duty was never fulfilled. And now you want us to go and find the mermaid for you? That ain't it. Dang. I guess it must have been about 3 months ago. I was wandering the coast alone when the mermaid Sobae appeared before me. Oh, you finally got to meet her? She told me this. The seal on Ryugu's gate has been lifted, so I will be returning. Your sister has done a great deal for me. I now ask you to return the Tamebako. Wait, what? The seal was lifted. Ah, is that perhaps why the curse of the raging waves became active again? So what about the Tamebako? did you return it to the mermaid? I was so overcome with emotion and excitement I told her, I've hidden the relic. If you want it back, take me to Ryukyu. You said what? Not being able to fulfill my duty had been weighing on my heavy on my heart. Woo! But in that moment, that pain was gone. On top of that, I figured the mermaid had come to fetch me. Being able to visit the land of the mermaids would be no greater happiness than that. But somebody simply told me it wasn't possible, and that she forfeit the relic, and with that she was gone. Oh. So the mermaid has already returned to Ryukyu then. Ever since then, all I've felt is despair and regret. I'm completely empty inside. There's nothing left. So greedy. She's kind of really greedy. Damn it. Somebody already returned to Ryukyu. Even so, I will not allow myself to give up now. But I must get my hands on the Tamabako first. But then the Tamabako still exists, doesn't it? Sure does, but... Excuse me, I'm so sorry. Even with such a fancy name, in the end, it's just a grimy old box. I opened it once. I was hoping there'd be some elixir of eternal youth or something, but it was completely empty. I see. Even so, I'd still like to trade for it. Are you sure? I don't see why, but whatever. It's not like anything matters anymore. I'm just sick and tired of it all. In the end, I never figured out what the Tamabako really was. Mermaid forfeited it just like that, so maybe it never had any meaning to begin with. My family's duty has been fulfilled. That's what I meant when I said it was all over. So, what do you want in return? I want to do whatever it takes. Become a mermaid. Oh! So the fish. Miss Somikawa, don't tell me you want me to use the cursed stone. Simply returning to the sea, that's my only wish. No, listen, there's nothing even remotely beautiful about the curse of the forsaken fish. All it will do is turn you into some twisted half-fish monster. Nothing but a grotesque imitation of a mermaid. I know. That's fine with me. Ugh, thanks for the head patch. She just wants to become a mermaid. This curse is the essence of the mermaid's power. I am ready to offer my life for her. But whatever you do, I'll just be drowning myself anyways. Oh! So you won't be dirt in your hands. All you have to do is use the curse. My wish will be granted and you will be doing me a kindness. That's all there is to it. Just hold on a minute, okay? This is just... The Tamabako is hidden beneath the floorboards of my house. Please do this for me. Oh my god! Oh my god! Will she come back if I just wait long enough? Oh my god, Avi! Avi! You gotta get in there! Oh my god. Damn it, what do I do now? Should I grant her last wish? It's surely no worse than helplessly straining about as she drowns herself. Right, she was serious about this. She's been dreaming about mermaids ever since she was little. I know exactly how that feels. Oh my god. It may be a curse, but still I will honor her wish by unleashing the mermaid's power. It's how she wanted to go. I might be the only one who actually understands Masoikawa's feelings. Can we not do that? If I don't act now, it'll be like dying her hope and final dream. She's nowhere to be seen. Of course, she's an Ama diver after all. Is it too late to call for help? Would she even accept it? Oh my god. Oh my god, no. What the heck? I don't got a choice in here. Used it. Ay. Oh, he's going crazy. Oh no. Avi! This is probably just everything. Okay. A woman living in Toba, although she is occasionally does work as an Ama diver, it is unclear to who she is and where she came from. She apparently showed up in Toba about 5 years ago with nothing but a grubby wooden box to her name, and has been living here ever since. As Mari Minakuchi's younger sister, Azusa is also a descendant of the sole survivor of the time. Oh, her name is Azusa. Following the destruction of Taishima, the Samakawa line hid themselves away, living for generations in a small village within the city of Shima. The book, The Little Mermaid, was a constant fixture in the household, a decision made so that the children of the family would grow up with the familiarity of mermaids, and Azusa read it repeatedly as she grew up, the tale fueling her fervent admiration for mermaids within her. Upon realizing that she could never be a mermaid herself, she instead decided to become an alma diver, thinking that it would at least allow her swim freely through the sea like the being she so admired. Thus revolved, she left her hometown behind, leaving the family duty nothing more than a troublesome burden to Azusa, to be handled by her elder sister alone. For all intents and purposes, it appeared that Azusa's wish had been granted. However, upon returning home following her parents' deaths, she was taken aback to learn that family duty inherited by Mare was in itself deeply connected to mermaids. Forgetting how she had pushed the duty onto Mari to follow her own desires, excuse me, Azusa grew deeply resentful of her sister, accusing her of keeping the mermaid to herself and asserting that her uh, right to take up the family duty. But it was too late. Mari and the mermaid had already forged an unbreakable bond that no amount of word or deed would undo. Just with her opportunity to fulfill the family duty gone and her chance to connect with the mermaid's loss, Azusa sank into a despondency, sending her days in an empty haze. Amidst her despair, the curse of the forsaken fish that appeared before her seemed to be the final chance to have her wish granted. Driven by regret over what she perceived as a life of wrong choices and consumed by her obsession, she threw herself into Ise Bay and surrendered Hi Mike and surrendered herself to the curse, ultimately dying due to its effects. Her form writhing in the agony brought on to her by her sudden transformation bore no resemblance to the mermaid she had once so admired as a child. Yet it is said that the expression on her face when her body was discovered day later into the Gaura seemed somehow content. She's happy with it. So, bye. One of three mermaids who were said to live near Taishima around 400 years ago, she was turned She has returned to her home in Ryugyu. After that...
I've got the box, Cersei! Look at this freaking box, Cersei! Isn't it crazy, Cersei?
We managed to quietly retrieve the Tamebako from beneath the floor in Miss Sumikawa's house. All that was left to do was secure the dream of immortality, was to obtain mermaid flesh. Since Sobae had already returned to Ryugyu, we placed our hopes in the last remaining mermaid, Nagame. But we had to act fast, otherwise Ikuma or even those Paranormal Affairs Bureau psychics would get in our way. It might have been the after effects of using the curse, but I got sick the next day and had to spend a full day bedridden at the inn. How pathetic. That's when I heard news that 2 female divers had gone missing near Toba. The fact that I'd been involved in both incidents made me feel even worse. When Cersei heard the news, oh yeah, the 2 female Ama divers. One was finding the cursed fish one in the box, and then the other is that fish that she got turned into a fish. So that's the 2 Ama diver women that were missing. When Cersei heard the news, she just mumbled something with an unreadable expression on her face. I had no choice. There was simply no other way. Or at least, that's what I kept telling myself as I struggled to get out of bed. The next day, August 7th, we set out to gather more information on Nagame and the other mermaids. We traveled to Kamishima, the island where Mare Sumikawa, or rather Mare Minakuchi, used to live. Okay, we are catching up here. Abi and Cersei finally arrived to Kamishima on the hunt for clues that will lead to the real mermaids. This is where we run into the boys. Finally, after our long, arduous journey, we have arrived to the fabled land of Kamishima. Hey, are you alright? You don't look so good.
You mean you're completely fine? The whole area is literally oozing cursed energy. I don't think was so bad before. Is it getting stronger?
Can you dispel curses?
Minor one, sure, but this one's on a whole other level.
I see. It might be best we don't stay here too long then. Let's just ask around as much as we can. When you feel like you've reached your limit, make sure to tell me, okay?
Got it. I'll do my best.
Alright, let's start by asking the locals about mermaid legends first. I'd like to ask around to see if anybody knew Mare Minakuchi as well. That's the plan. Let's move. Ooh. Oh? What the heck? His plotline's getting all wickety whack. Holy dang! You say this man's dumpy? What the dang? Why are you so caked up for? What's this little preview of his dang boon cheeks? Dang. Dang, Azami. Calm down. Vision of the future. Summary of previous events. Yuza heads out with Azami to go diving before he suddenly mentions something he must do before returning to the island. The pair go to a certain location at sea. Does he just set the mermaid free? Like he just does it himself? Like he already just goes and does it? But dang, Azami. Calm down with those boom cheeks. Dang, Azami! Why are you doing all that? So,
What's the important thing you have to do, Yuza? Sounds like you must be a pretty big deal.
It is. I hope you'll believe me. Listen, and don't fly off the handle.
Oh, did you tell Azami that you were immortal already? Hello? Please forgive the interruption. I have an important announcement to make. The moment you have been waiting for has arrived. Everything is ready for you to proceed. On August 7th, upon returning to Kamishima after his dive, Yuza Minakuchi embarks on the flight of a lifetime. For unbeknownst to him, as the precise moment in time, a slew of predicaments would await him everywhere he turned. As for this really important thing he has to do, that is, of course, prevent the tragedy of Kamishima from coming to pass. The advent of 400 years ago, the 400-year-old curse, the raging waves, draws near Kamishima with every passing moment. This music is so funny, because they're just two bros on a boat, just like, going. Even so, do try to remember that Yuza's true aims are to locate a mermaid and uncover the truth about his mother. Will Yuza Minakuchi succeed in overcoming these challenges and fulfill his objective, you ask? Dun, 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 dun. Why is it so triumphant? It's two bros on a boat. That is entirely up to you, and the actions you choose to take from this moment forth. Also, hi there, Riff. Hey, hi. Thus concludes my announcement. I wish you good fortune. Where are we going? Where are we going? Where are the bros going? Look at them. They're gonna kiss on this boat. What? I think Hikuko is plotting to work a curse that'll cause a massacre on the island? Yes, you might find it hard to believe, but I'm sure about this. You're gonna have to give me a second to take this in. This is way heavier than I was expecting. I mean, a curse? I know I told you about the Tomokazuki and all that, but how did you find out about this? Have you got any proof? Well, I saw the future with my own two eyes, but I'm afraid I don't have any proof I can show you right now. You saw the future? Yuza, if this is some kind of prank, you better cut it out right now. Seriously, this shit ain't funny. If you're just fooling around, I don't know if we can be friends anymore. Do you think it's easy for me to call someone I'm on friendly terms with a murderer? I couldn't say something like that, like this, unless I was dead certain. I need you to trust me on this, Azami, before it's too late. Oh man, you're not making this easy, Yuza. I can't just, No, I understand. I won't ask you to believe me until I can present you the solid proof. Until then, I need your help. I can't just sit back and let this happen. What do you mean? They kiss on this boat! How no gay? Look at them. Okay, I won't try to stop you, but I'm not doing anything drastic still, till I'm sure we're doing the right thing. That's all I needed to hear. Thanks, Azami. But for real, what's got into you, Yuza? Oh, Daddy. What do you mean? I know you're headstrong and all, but this is way beyond what I expect from you. It's like you're a totally different person. What? What was that? Come on, you're exaggerating. I'm just the same old Yuza I've always been. He just like randomly smiled at him. He's like, you're like a different person. And then he just gave him a little smirk. What was that? You're like a different person. I know the reference, but how are they not? How are they not? It's the Anthony Padillas. two bros sitting in a hot tub, 5 feet apart because you're not gay. Huh? What are you two doing here? And what's up with that getup, Yuza? Don't tell me you've been diving. Kikuko, you have a minute? I've heard you were heading out to the northern shore to fish in the bay today, so I came out to find you. Where'd you hear that? I only just decided this morning. I didn't even tell anyone. Oh boy. On the northern side of Kamishima, not many people come here to fish. Right. This is where it all begins. This is my chance. I have to find a way to change the future. But I don't have any evidence, and I doubt I can just talk Kikuko out of this. You don't do something like that on a whim. Whatever her motives are, they must be powerful. Even if I somehow manage to get her curse stone, there's still the risk that whatever destructive impulses has hold on her would drive her to make the tragedy happen some other way. That's why my best bet of containing the situation is to try and distract her. I'm going to change the future, one step at a time. There's no rush after all, since we came here instead of heading back to the port. Things are already different. I don't want to put Kikuko on her guard, though I'd better opt for a subtle distraction. Maybe it's because she's into Ikuma, and Ikuma said that they'd marry her, and Ikuma's kind of chill looking. So she's super insecure about her birthmark or whatever. Kikuko is looking at us suspiciously, but I guess that we expected. We surprised her here alone after all. So you were really off diving. You sure you should be doing that? GA finds out. She'll give you an earful, no doubt about it. Don't I know it? Seems everyone thinks I bring this island bad luck just by being here. Yuza. Well, sure, some folks might say that, but it's not as if you've done anything to deserve that kind of talk. I don't see a problem with you becoming an armor diver myself. I appreciate that. Just today, plenty of folks told me not to go diving because a storm's on its way. But when they don't talk sense, I just ignore them, and so should you. I've been wondering. Are you unhappy here on the island, Kikuko? Huh? What makes you think that? I don't know, I just had a feeling you're not planning to stay here as an armor diver forever. Ah, you normally play a fool, but turns out you're pretty sharp, Yuza. Truth is, I can't help thinking about the future. You can earn decent living as an armor diver if you know what you're doing, but all these old rules and customs tend to get in the way. I've been trying to change them here and there, but it's no good. Everyone's too stubborn to listen. I see. No luck, huh? Mark my words, nothing's ever going to change around here, and just between you and me. As much as I love being surrounded by nature on this island, the culture here just isn't for me. So that's how you feel. Honestly, I'm just about ready to break ties with this place. Not that anyone else needs to know that. Don't go spreading it around now. Frankly, I had no idea you were so interested in diving, Yuza. So, Kikuko, when you left the island, you did some kind of office work, right? Huh? That's true and all. But why are you asking? I was, just wondering if you might have preferred your life back then. I mean, you must have had more opportunities to meet people and go out on dates and all that.
Stop right there, as if I don't hear enough of that as it is. What's it got to do with you anyway? Sorry, I didn't mean to pry. I was just wondering if you still kept in contact with anyone. Sure, a few people, just a few. Would you say any of them had a big influence on you? Huh? Seriously, what's this all about? Oh, nothing, really. I was just curious. Listen, working for that company wasn't exactly a huge break in my career. All I did was pour tea and answer the phone. Huh? You've been passing out Kamishimaro hand mirrors around to everyone, right? Yeah, I have. Sounds like someone keeps their ears, to the ground. So how many have you given out? Who's got one already? I don't know, I haven't kept track or anything. But if I had to guess, I reckon it'd be about 20 or so. Why though? You want one too? If so, I'll get you one to you later. No thanks. Don't worry about it. Suit yourself. They're pretty sweet little items, if I do say so myself. Anyway, Yuza. Did you really come all this way here just to chat? Something like that, but I've wasted enough of your time. Thanks for hearing me out. Come on, Azami, let's go. If you're sure. See you later, Kikuko. Gonna go running around and grab at everyone's hand mirror. Hold on. Right. I know we just got back. But there's no time to waste. We've got to track down and collect all the Kamishimaro mirrors. Kikuko handed out as soon as possible. Huh? Why? If I'm right, those mirrors are actually the targets of the curse. No way, serious? Oh, they have the little sigil on it. I see it. I see it now. That's how she's getting the curse on him. They got the sigil on him. Wait, but why is that sigil on Tsukasa? Still, man, all this curse business is still a bit much. Look, given what people think of me, I'd have a hard time handling this on my own. I'm going to need your help, Azami. I guess we'll have to try and convince everyone the mirrors are defective or something, but we better not let Kikuko find out what we're up to. Yuza, I want to believe you, and I'd like nothing more than to help you out. But before I lift a finger, there's something I've got to know. Alright? See, I've got plenty of good idea. I got a pretty good idea what made you change out of the blue like this. You do? When you were diving before you came face to face with the Kazuki, something happened, didn't it? You haven't been the same since then. And come to think of it, does this have anything to do with your search for a mermaid? You're right. I should have told you the full story to begin with. I've been in such a rush, I got ahead of myself. Something did happen to me, and I'll tell you all about it right now if you want to hear. I'm all ears. First of all, tracking down a mermaid is still my end goal. It hasn't changed. At least something's still the same. But what I'm trying to do right now started when I found out about the danger Kamishima is in, and realized I had to do something to prevent it. Are you with me so far? Sure, if I knew the island was in danger, I'd want to protect it too. But how did you find out about it that way? That anyway? Earlier you said you saw the future. When did it happen? It was when I encountered the Tomokazuki. The moment our hands touched, everything went dark, and then the future unfolded before me. Oh, the intro? Huh? So it was kind of like a vision from the Tomokazuki, a warning? Because when we touched the Tomokazuki, the intro played, and we saw everyone dead and like a bunch of like future events, and I thought it was just like an anime OP, but it was actually the future vision. That's exactly what it felt like. A stream of images filled my mind all at once, together with a rush of understanding. It's like they were imprinted into my memory. I don't know how it works. But I believe what I saw. I know what's going to happen here on Kamishima if I don't do something to change it. You okay? Okay. Oh my gosh. I mean, he's prancing around, being crazy, so... He's fine. So, that's what started all this, huh? Yuza, did you know there was a Tomokazuki there? Is that why you picked that spot to dive? No, it's like I told you, I was hoping to find a clue there, since that's the spot where I encountered the mermaid once before. I never would have dreamed I'd end up seeing a vision of a tragedy like that. For all I know, this might have nothing to do with the mermaid at all, but now that I know about it, I just can't forget, can I? One second. I'm gonna have some water and take an Advil before it's too late at night. And then I get one. Where did I have that? 11? It's been about maybe more than 5 hours. Be good. Of course not. And now that I know the full story, you can count on my help too. So seeing as Kikuko is the culprit, I'm guessing we need to collect these hand mirrors to save everyone. Yeah, but she's not the only threat. There's more to this. More? There are actually 2 calamities on the horizon for Kamishima today. 2? You gotta be kidding me. The first is the massacre caused by Kikuko's curse, and the second is the curse of the raging waves, which has been brewing up a violent storm for the past 400 years. It's going to hit the island tonight. Huh? You've lost me again. I can't keep up. For starters, why is all this happening on the same day? I don't know. I get this feeling it's just an unfortunate coincidence. And there would have been nothing we could do about it either. But since I've been forewarned, I have a chance to prevent it. I'll explain the rest on the way. There's no time to lose. We have to track down every last one of those mirrors. Oh my god, we are moving at a weird pace now. Everything's just like, what's happening here? What's happening there? Well, so much for that. Even after everything we went through, we've got nothing to show for it. It's almost astounding how little we've managed to learn. Like some reverse miracle.
Worse, I think rumors spread how everyone is avoiding us.
This is a pickle. I can't even bring up mermaids without the islanders looking at me with some odd foreigner who's lost his marbles. And for some reason, mentioning Mari Minakuchi makes things even worse. Did people hate her or something? Just hearing her name makes them recoil with undisguised disgust.
Yes, I noticed that too. Though, Your way of asking probably doesn't help much. Well, how about we take a break from investigating and go to a little sightseeing instead? Seems like there's a shrine and a lighthouse around here, so we might as well drop by.
Help me in. To be honest, the way people are treating us has started to bum me out. Maybe heading to the lighthouse to unwind a bit wouldn't be such a bad idea. No, we must go to the jetty! And that's that! What? Don't scare me like that. We're just whispering things into his ears.
What's gotten into you all of a sudden?
The waves of my yearning soul kept crashing against my chest, insisting I seek out the shore.
Right, sure. The usual then.
Well then, off we go! Alright, we're gonna meet up with them and hand over the box. Hello. Who has the mirror? Oh, shoot. Oh, looks like we've got ourselves a spunky young lady here. Maybe we should have a word with her. Oh, distract her! Distraction! Alright, this could be our last chance. Let's give it our all.
Excuse me, could we speak with you for a moment?
Cersei, no! There's no way she'll want to talk with us if we're that forward. Foreign visitors? How unusual. And your names are Abi and Cersei? Welcome to Kamishima. My name's Kikuko. I'm an armor diver. Kikuko, the armor diver. Such a pleasure to meet a charming young lady in a place like this. Kikuko cute. Kikuko cute, but Kikuko planned to massacre everyone. Kikuko a little evil. Charming young lady, you say? Oh my. Well, now you're allowed to ask me anything you like. W. Common Kikuko crash out. Casual Kikuko kills all the elders of her village to live out her life and be free of this stank town.
This jetty was built to break the waves so fishing boats can come in and safely unload their catch.
You stand at Queen level to crash that foul. Then I suppose jet planes have nothing to do with it.
No, not at all. The structure over in the distance is called a breakwater, built to keep the waves out. Seems like it's also a popular fishing spot.
Any stickers around here? I've been looking around, but I haven't seen a single sticker in, like, ages. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. It's giving me item options. It's being... Something's gonna happen here. Something about to go down. Me when the queen excuses me for being too good of a court jester. My queen won't off my head. She just does it. Who would have thought?
Hey! Hey! Kratos! Kratos, baby! No. No, baby. Sleepy time, baby.
Sleepy time, Jigglyjups. Who would have thought? Seems like just bluntly calling out to her was the best approach after all. The image of a polite and reserved Japan I've seen holding onto for so long is starting to falter. Weird.
She's the most approachable of all the people we've talked to by far. Maybe this time we'll actually learn something.
It's a little sad to be this happy because someone finally agreed to talk to us.
I wonder who's to blame for that.
What? You're saying it's my fault? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Queen's orders the guard to take me away, and I say, okay, valid. Off with his head! Okay, Queen. Slay. It's like literally that. Literally. Off with his head. Yes, my lady. Gone. Why did I feel a sudden urge to go to the jetty earlier? Thanks to that, we ended up running into Kikuko. Because the mermaids are sending signals in your brain. Slay, and it's just me getting gutted, literally. We had this discussion earlier, Nerif. If evil, why hot-shaped? I don't understand. Why hot-shaped? We're just having this unfortunate thing right now. Come to think of it, I completely forgot about this still-tied mirror that Ikuma told us to look for. Guess I'll just try my luck and ask. We know where it is. Looks like we've made a solid first impression. She seems genuinely excited to talk to us. After all the lengths we went to, I refuse to leave this place without at least a few answers. This may be a bit out of nowhere. But you don't happen to know anything about mermaids, do you? Huh? Mermaids? Oh, so you do know something.
When you say mermaids, you mean mermaids? Or the mythical creatures?
Precisely the very same. Rumor has it that this island houses some secret connection to mermaids, but I haven't been able to ascertain whether it's true or not. So tell me, any mermaid secrets, tell me. So tell me any mermaid secrets about. Okay, I was just making sure. Are you saying you really came all this way here to look for mermaids? More or less, so any information you may have would be huge help. Sorry, I don't really have anything for you, but I do happen to be a little interested in mermaids myself. Fantastic, another fan entranced by the mysterious.
They say that eating the flesh of a mermaid will grant you immortality, right?
That's right. Could you perhaps be interested in immortality as well?
I guess so. Not for myself, though.
Oh?
So you mentioned that this island has some sort of connection to mermaids.
More than just a little interested, are you? Well, in fact, they're... right here in Issei Bay, there used to be...
Wow, so mermaids used to live on this Taishima place. So, you think that there's may still be some clues here in Kamishima that will lead you to the mermaids in Ryukyu?
Nail on the head, and right on the button.
Unfortunately, I can't say I've heard any mermaid stories on the island before.
It's a pity. So, you're an active AMA diver then? Are there many young divers these days?
Not really. The younger generation doesn't really go for diving anymore. It just makes more sense to pursue higher education.
I see. It's a real shame to see such a long-standing tradition slowly fade away.
Well, it is quite dangerous after all. Can't really blame them for choosing safer options. Just the other day, I heard 2 AMA divers went missing around Toba.
Oh.
Speaking of armor divers,
Hmm?
I heard armor divers have a legend that if you go diving around here, there's a chance that Tomokazuki might emerge from the depths.
Cersei, enough with the ghost stories. You sure know a lot, don't you?
You're right. It's a well-known legend.
Not that I've seen it with my own eyes or anything. Don't know anyone who has either.
Huh? Maybe your Sayman and domain symbols have kept you safe?
Oh, those? I don't have any. I don't really go in for superstitions like that.
Are you really okay without them?
Ugh, I'm getting stuffy again. I'm so sorry.
This is the stuffiest day I've been. Oh my gosh. Am I getting sick? Is it my turn to be sick? Oh my goodness. I think it's no more than an old tradition meant to remind us not to forget our gratitude and respect towards the sea. Oh no. I don't want to be sick. I don't want to be sick. All those old-fashioned rules and traditions, don't you think it's about time for a reform?
Well, isn't free diving close to a Shinto ritual in spirit? Isn't showing reference and offering to the sea god crucial?
Oh, you're pretty devout for a foreigner. I'm impressed. But you know, I believe it's exactly because of tedious customs like that one of the young people are losing interest. That young people are losing interest in diving. We should keep up with the times, otherwise there's no way this tradition will survive. Well now, that's very level-headed thinking. Maybe it's because I'm part of the so-called new generation. Some people don't like my attitude, but I just get the job done.
Crash Out Queen is done with these old ways. Down with the old. Down with them. Who failed the system? Who failed them? Oh, the system failed them. Down with meals that aren't dessert. Down with the no sweets. But seafood is so good, though. Potch. What do we do? Seafood is also freaking delicious.
Some of the young divers go to high school on the mainland and then work as an armor diver when they return home. I guess there's also that guy who just started working as an armor diver here. I saw him earlier. I didn't realize men could become armor divers too. It's not like it's forbidden. It's pretty rare though. This is the first time I've ever seen it happen. Ask Kiko if you can try licking the birthmark.
I will kiss your birthmark off for you. I have the kiss of God on my lips. I will keep kissing it until it just comes off of your face. So you'll be happy. My saliva is very acidic. Should just melt the birthmark off your face. Interesting. Oh, right. Actually, there's someone we're looking for on this island. Would you mind if I asked you about them?
Sure. Who is it?
A woman named Mare Minakuchi.
Ah. See, that's exactly how everyone else around here has been reacting when we ask about her. No, it's just I'm sorry, but that woman died in an accident at the sea 5 years ago. Ah, yes, we are well aware that she has passed away. Oh, then why do you ask? Did she leave anything behind, or was there perhaps someone who was close to her, anything like that? Sorry, I've got no idea. Nobody on this island really knew her, although her son, just returned to the island. Actually, the guy I was talking about earlier, the new Aba diver, that's her son. Her son, you say? Now that's getting interesting. We'd certainly like to meet him. Do you know where he is? Sorry, no idea, but he's gotta be somewhere around the island. His name's Yuzumi Nakuchi. I'll give you his home address. You might find him there. Wow, thank you. This is invaluable information. Thank you. By the way, you wouldn't happen to know why everyone's frantically dodging for questions about Mermaid Nakuchi, would you? Was she such a terrible person? It's something people don't really like to talk about. She didn't fit in much with others, with the other islanders. No one knew much about her either. Why are you so interested in her anyway? Well, this is kind of a secret, but it seems that Mermaid Nakuchi had some sort of connection to the mermaids. Huh? You don't say. I see, so that's why. Oh, did you remember something? Not really. It's just that I always thought she was a little off. Almost as though she wasn't actually human. Huh? So you're saying Mari might not have been human after all, that she was actually a mermaid? Huh? No way, I was just joking. She was kind of weird, sure, but a mermaid? That's a bit far-fetched, don't you think? Right. Oh, right, I just remembered. There is a particular mirror on this island that we're looking for. Do you happen to know anything about that? A mirror, you say? Well, you've come to the right woman. Oh, so you know, luck's finally on our side. Could it be that you're talking about this? The crash out mirror! She's giving us a curse! I know the mirror you're talking about. Check this out. She's planning to kill us. Damn, she's ready to just freaking pop anyone's head right now. She's on her crash out era. Goodness, that is the cutest mirror I've ever seen. This is a famous Kamishima souvenir. The Kameshimaru hand mirror. I had no idea it had become so famous. No way. Could this be the still-tied mirror? Definitely not. Right. Oh, this isn't the one you're after? Well, since you seem to have taken a liking to it, I'd still love to let you have it. Consider it a memento. I'll read it today. What? Really? Lucky me. No, I'm okay. Actually, I changed my mind. I don't need it after all. You sure? It's free, you know. Well, then when you put it like that... No. No, I'm sure I absolutely... Freaking Avi is so stupid. I love this stupid idiot man. He's so dumb. He it's like if a random intrusive thought just enters his head, he's just like, ah, fuck it. Let's just let it out because I'm just gonna explode if I keep doing this. He's so freaking stupid. Okay, sure. If you feel that strongly about it, I won't pressure you. Anyway, what we're looking for is actually a bronze mirror. A bronze mirror? You mean the type you see in the history books? Yeah, probably the same thing like that. No, I can't say I know anything about that. He's so dumb. Because I know, like, it's kind of like the last game where we're like, what's his name? Sayman? But in here, we're like the Whispering Tide or something.
and were whispering into his freaking ear to strongly decline. Nope, I don't freaking want your advertising. Get that shit away from me. He's just a man with no filter. He's probably hecka weirded out with us. Learning about Mari Minakuchi's son is huge. That alone was worth coming here. I've never heard of anything about a bronze mirror on this island. I'll be able to use it later if I held on to it. I don't want to touch anything in front of her. Is that the Tamabaka? Oh my god! What? It's alright, I just happened to notice. Judging by your reaction, I'd say I'm right. Damn it, I didn't think it'd be that noticeable. Dude, this idiot probably is holding it in the palm of his hand like, ooh, check this out. How this idiot, man? He's so stupid. A glimpse alone shouldn't have given it away. It was a Tamabaka. My initial guess was just bluffing, but Avi's reaction confirmed it. Cersei, I'm sorry. He's such an idiot. Uh-oh. We're gonna lose the Tamabako. Her whole demeanor shifted the instant she realized I had the Tamabaka. Dang it. Should we be after it too? Cersei's on high alert. Supernatural may be involved here. Be careful. Of course. What on earth? It feels like the air completely shifted. Even the waves looked heavy with tension. Now we just push her into the ocean. We should be okay. Got a bad feeling about the way she's looking at us right now. Is there anything on us that we need to throw away? We need to get rid of this business card. Yeah, I see it. What? Hello? They won't let me get rid of the business card. We're gonna die. Kikuko, why the interest in the Tamabako? It's some kind of ancient mermaid treasure, right? My, you're well informed. Wouldn't you be willing to hand it over to me? I'll make sure it's worth your while. Huh? See, I know someone who was ridiculously rich and in search of eternal life. They'd be willing to pay a small fortune for that thing. They'll offer the kind of money you probably only get to see once in a lifetime. So what do you say? Whoa, slow down. Avi? Much more than some third-rate writer like you yourself could earn in a lifetime. I don't know what you could possibly need the Tamabaka for anyway. But wouldn't you like to move up in the world? I believe I understand your offer, Kikuko. But my answer is no, not a chance. No way, no how. I've never been about money. It's about the thrill, the adventure. Adventure? Exactly, embarking on a journey to unravel the secret of the mermaid's immortality. What better adventure could a man ask for? You may call me a romantic, and that's what I am, an adventurer at heart. You've totally lost me. You're throwing this chance away for some childish adventure? You wouldn't understand. I'd put my life on the line to find a mermaid. I'm handing this box over. Oh, I'm not handing it. I see. It seems there's no reasoning with you. Ugh, it'd be so much easier if you had it. Huh? Why'd you have to refuse the mirror? This would have been so much easier. Huh? Oh, the mirror? I don't know. It just felt like the right thing to do. Why do you ask?
Are things not going as planned?
Ugh. I'm not sure what's going on, but I feel like we might have narrowly escaped danger. Sounds like if we had the mirror on us, she would have been able to steal the Tamebako. I'd like to get more information out of her, but it seems as though she's plotting something. So, why don't you enlighten us? How do you know? Who told you about the Tamebako? Who knows? Think you'll get it out of me with that attitude? She still hasn't given up on the Tamebako. It won't let me drop the card. There's no doubt about it. Kikuko wants to take the Tamebako from us. But even so, the Tamebako won't grant immortality without the flesh of a mermaid. If she has any other information about mermaids, we need it.
Pouty, pouty, pouty.
So, why don't you enlighten us? Who told you about the Tamebako? Who knows?
Think you'll get it out of me with that attitude?
Cersei?
Avi, focus. I need you to listen to me without taking your eyes off Kikuko.
Oh, got it.
I'm pretty sure she has a curse stone.
What?
Hmm?
What's this all about?
I couldn't tell right away because it was masked by a heavy veil of curse energy. That's all over this island, but on closer inspection, the cursed stone's aura is impossible to conceal.
Huh, sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
What if the condition...
What if the condition to activate her curse was holding on to one of those mirrors? Then we can relax, right? The condition isn't met.
Well, only if the mirror was all there is to it. As long as we don't know for sure what the condition is, we need to stay on high alert.
I want to trash this freaking card. Because it has the same symbol. Of the Southern Veil treatment. They all have like kind of like an accenty to their speech pattern, or like the way that their speech is translated. But even so, the Tamebako won't grant immortality without the flesh of a mermaid. If she has any other information about mermaids, we need it. Hey, Kikuko, I'm gonna let you in on a secret. Yeah? Ta-da! What are the odds? Turns out we both got curse stones. This one's called the Curse of the Forsaken Fish. When the conditions are met, you transform into a fish and kills you. Pretty messed up, huh? What?
Avi, are you sure?
You were planning to use your cursed stone on us to steal the Tamebako, weren't you? But your cursed stone requires us to have one of those hand mirrors, am I right?
Angry face. On the other hand, I can use my curse stone on you whenever I so please. You're bluffing. Your curse stone must have a condition too. Yeah? Who's to say it hasn't already been met? Now, increase your scheming and tell us what you know. Excuse me. I am freaking sickies, guys. I think I'm sick. I think I'm caught a nasty. I've been sneezing all stream. I may be sick. Something so funny about this series is people pulling the nastiest pocket link right into the check this thing out. It's a freaking curse stone. You look at that, you're gonna die. I know I'm saying, ew, Merlin, what is that? Every time someone pulls out a curse stone. It's like someone pulls out like some gum for you at like the movie theater or something. He goes, here you go. And you go, ugh, what is that? Curse of the minty breath. Do you really have the resolve to kill someone with a curse? Well, I'm not exactly clean to it, but I'm prepared to defend myself if necessary. Really, I wasn't expecting that from such a kind gentleman. You look like you wouldn't hurt a fly. A fly? Oh my gosh, where am I going? Indeed, my heart is pure, but trust me, I'm quite capable. Experience has hindered my resolve. You're saying you actually used it before? At this point, what difference does one more death to the tally make? My hands are already stained. This sounds like what you would say when you get the thing your dog was trying to eat out of his mouth. And Kratos would not let go. He would just bite your hand, bro. He's eating it. He's eating it, or you're risking the chompers. Damn. So you're a proper criminal. Maybe I should report you to the cops. Be my guest. I wonder which is faster, my curse or your phone call. Ugh. What about your little lady friend? Well, are you okay with this?
I'm afraid there's no restraining Avi. I'm pretty much giving up on him at this point.
Cersei's just like, bro, I don't know. What are you looking at me for? If Kratos bites my hand, then I get to butt his paws lovingly. She look at her 4-year-old's bed and find a piece of dough with a rock that they found in stride. Dude, that's like the freaking nasty pee drawers that you like, that video of like the kid with a nasty pee drawer. Don't look inside! Like, clearly they know they're not supposed to do that, and they freak out so bad, but then they're like, don't look, don't look, don't look! They're like, why did you do it? You know you're not supposed to do it, so why did you do it? Like, mom found a piss drawer. What the heck? Why did they do that? Kids. Look as a pee drawer. No, I've never done that. I already knew it's not good. That or piss sinker doers? What does that mean? Piss sinker doer? Dude, I don't know.
So it would be great if you could just give up and hand over the curse stone.
What the fuck is this? You guys are absolutely insane. Oh, come now. I think we've agreed that we both have our issues. Good. We're at a stalemate. Now I can try to extract some information out of her. Good job, Cersei. Making her believe I've lost it. Very convincing.
He's such an idiot. That's just genuinely like the cold, honest truth that Cersei believed. Dude, I don't know. This man's a loose cannon. I can't stop him. Kikako being mistreating domestic pummeling. Nah. We'll leave her be. We just want the stone. Actually, maybe a little too convincing. She really think I'm that crazy? Whatever. I've got more important things to focus on now. Please, can I get rid of this freaking card? So, what kind of cursed stone do you possess? Dunno. Don't care. Come on. Not even a hint?
We, on the other hand, have laid pretty much all our cards on the table already.
Huh? What are you talking about? Who would do such a reckless thing? Don't know. Don't care. Alright, look. Seems like you're just as dead set on the Tamebako as I am. This standoff won't get us anywhere. So, why don't you tell us your motivation? Maybe we'll be able to find a compromise. Compromise? Say, for example, if granting your wish were to stir the spirit of adventure within me, I cannot hand over the Tamebako, but perhaps I'd be willing to let you borrow its power of immortality. I've got no romantic tale for you. I told you. I just wanted to get that rich person that he's looking for, so he could see how important I am to him. That's all there is to it. So I'm guessing it's that guy. Oh, important, you say? How is that? Because I'm his illegitimate child. Ooh! 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 I thought Tsukasa was. Dude, I'm telling you. Ooh! This is your dad? Yeah, the soap opera is happening again. They were sisters! That's her father! Oof. Abby just oofing. Oof. That's the response. Oof. Freaking Avi. Oh my god, this guy is an idiot. This guy is a freaking idiot. But he simply refuses to admit it. Whatever I do, he won't even acknowledge my existence. I mean, just look at me. I must be a disgrace in his eyes. Is you a birthmark? But a woman like me shouldn't be wasting her life away on some backwater island. I was born of a noble blood. I wasn't meant to rot in this miserable place. Yet he cast me aside and refused to even acknowledge my existence. It's humiliating. So your father's some rich man. Yeah, there's hardly anyone in Isashima who doesn't know the name of Yoshiatsu Yamashina. Are you sure that's your dad? Dude, Yoshiatsu is basically freaking what's his face? Senator So. Stank. Just stanking his freaking wee-wee everywhere. Disgusting creature. It's the noble bloodline stretching back centuries, and here I am, stuck in this wretched life. Getting the popcorn out. Yamashina, eh? I've done everything in my power to earn his recognition. I gave it my all to make it in the big city, and for what? Nothing. I tried worked out. In the end, I had to come crawling back to this island trying to make ends meet as an armor diver. But I still kept telling myself that someday, somehow, see. So you figured that since Yamashina is seeking immortality, you could leverage the box to get what you want at the same time. Just say the fifth time we can clog my toilet. Kikuko, just go to your dad's house and kill him. And then get a paternity test. What are they gonna do? Figure out you're the killer? Not if you throw the freaking thing into the water. What are they gonna do? Look for it? Kikuko, just go to your dad's house, give him a mirror, kill him, then take the curse stone, put it in a bag of meat, throw it into the ocean, it's gone. Very easy. We are on a tiny island, Kikuko. We are on a very tiny island. Yeah, I used to work at this small company. The young CEO of a place is basically Yamashina's protege. Oh, so that freaking stank guy who's the CEO he wants to hand it off to. Honestly, just marry him. He's kind of cool looking. Honestly, Kikuko, just freaking marry him and then kill him too. Why not, right? Just marry his ass. I don't even understand why your dad won't just marry this boy into your fucking life or whatever. But whatever. I guess he felt sorry for me. So he let it slip that Yamashina was after immortality. Interesting. And was he the one who told you about the cursed stone and the Tamabako as well? Yeah. Ever since Yamashina doesn't know about this, since even Yamashina know about this, he suggested I use it to my advantage and take the credit. He gave me the cursed stone and told me to use it wisely. Originally, I had planned on offering something different to Yamashina, but now that I've got a chance for the Tamabako, that's my best option. Oh, how intriguing. So you wanted to trade the Tamabako for Yamashina's recognition. That's right, see? I knew we were never going to find a compromise. True. It is a compelling story, but it's missing a certain adventurous allure.
That company president you mentioned, how come he knew about the Tamabako and the cursed stone? Just who exactly is he?
I was wondering the same thing. It was freaking Mr. Ige Kakagugigi. What's his freaking name? Ige. Frick, where is he? Ikoma. Kipe Ikoma. Of course you were. He's an incredible person after all. Mr. Kipe Ikoma is an amazing man. It's thanks to him I got a chance to make my dream come true. My bad. Oh. Did you just say Ikoma? Uh-oh, she's smirking. Can I please get rid of this business card? Because it has the cursed seal on it, too. There's no about it. Kikuko wants to take down... We already have this red still. You must already know that the Matebako alone doesn't grant immortality. You also need the flesh of a mermaid. You wouldn't happen to know where to find that, would you?
Tough luck. I hear Yamashina's already got his hands on some.
Come again?
Rumor has it he came across a mermaid's dead body somewhere out at sea. That's why I need the Tamatebako. If I gave that to him, he'd have no choice but to finally recognize my work.
Rather than a mermaid, could it be her? Uh-oh. Kipe Ikoma, you say, from Sala Planning? Huh? You know Mr. Ikoma? Indeed. Just met him the other day. In fact, I even got his business card. Huh? You have Mr. Ikuma's business card? Wait, then that business card you took out earlier was his? That's right. Want to see? No, that's fine. You hold on to that, if you say so. Ah, you bum ass! What a cursed echo. Yikes, did we mess up?
Parakas, Asteri, guide his path, and with my merciful hand protect him.
Why? Go, Bean, go! Go, Bean, go! Go, Bean, go! You have Mr. Ikuma's business card. The conditions should have been met, so why? Yikes, I thought I was done for. Hey, toss that business card.
You were? I'm sorry. All I can do is delay the curse. I can't dispel it. It's going to take effect in about 1 minute. You need to do something before then.
Huh? Like what?
A curse is dispelled by eliminating its caster. What comes next is up to you.
What? Eliminate? Why do I have to keep doing this? Yep. Damn it, I refuse to die here!
Yeah, what's up with you? Ah!
Murder! You've been fished, Kiko. I'm sorry.
I retrieved the cursed stone from the ocean. Are you alright, Abby?
Well, I barely made it out alive, but I can't say I feel particularly good about it. Everyone is so toxic, I can't help but love them. So, it had come to this turn. No turning back now, it seems.
This is what happens when you deal with curses. They might turn back on you at any moment. You should be prepared for that.
Understood. So, what about the cursed stone? What is it like?
Yeah, about that.
A bronze mirror?
That's right, a palm-sized bronze mirror.
Wait, don't tell me the still-tied mirror was actually the cursed stone all along.
Cursed stone's resentful memory doesn't seem to indicate anything like that.
Huh? What? So this cursed stone had a resentful memory too, eh? What did you learn?
There's so much information, it's hard to make sense of it. Here, take a look for yourself.
Don't just toss it like that. It's a cursed stone, not a baseball.
So you're not gonna look?
Of course I am. Let's see. Whoa. So this is the real deal. Oh, a mermaid. There's a mermaid on it. Oh my goodness. This is a lot. It was the hand mirror this whole time? But we found it earlier. That's crazy. Here, take a look at this time bomb. Yeah, I want to have you take a look at this. I want to have you watch this TikTok. Chucks your phone like a baseball. Invasion of Taishima. Around 400 years ago, during the Sengoku period, Oda Nobunaga was assassinated at Hon-Oji Temple. Kuki Ushitaka, commander of the Kuki Navy, had steadily been gaining influence within the clan, but he now found himself at a crossroads in an era still racked by turmoil and war. It was then that the vassal of Kuki clan, Komatsu Sadamune, approached him with some intriguing information. According to Sadamune, 3 mermaids were said to be living on the Taishima under the protection of some of the islanders. Wait, did we read most of this stuff? The vassal of the Kuki no Komatsu entreated, according to Tsunamane, 3 mermaids would be living in Taishima under the
protection of some of the island residents. Even though the island was originally thought to be uninhabited, it was widely known through folklore that eating the flesh of a mermaid granted one immortality and eternal youth. Sadamune urged Yoshitaka to take advantage of this, suggesting that if he possesses such power, an invincible army would be at his command. Seeing this as an opportunity he had been waiting for, Yoshitaka ordered Sadamune to capture the mermaid and bring it back to him. However, Kuki's Sumitaka, Yoshitaka's nephew, the head of a clan at the time, strongly opposed his approaching Taishima. It was in fact Sumitaka who had secretly been protecting the mermaids on Taishima, believing that the mermaids to be the messengers of the gods of the island. On the island, a sacred sanctuary, he had worked to keep them isolated from outside influence. His adopted daughter, Princess Hatsune, was also living in hiding on Taishima at the time of... One second. Saw something. Okay. Princess Hatsune had also been living on Taishima at one time for other reasons, which further strengthened his opposition of the Yoshitaka plan. However, it was not long before Komatsu Sudamune learned of this. He reported to Yoshitaka, and Sumitaka was not only planning to keep the mermaid for himself, but also secretly moving to build an army of his own. Infuriated by what he perceived as an act of rebellion, Yoshitaka gave the order of Sadamune to prepare a military invasion of Taishima. Upon receiving the order, Komatsu Sadamune immediately set sail for Taishima and head for a large army. At the head of a large army, caught off guard by the unexpected attack, Sumitaka scrambled to send out his own forces in an attempt to resist, but was unable to prevent the enemy from landing. In the blink of an eye, the once peaceful and beautiful landscape of Taishima was transformed into a nightmare. The islanders, guardians of the sacred land, desperately fought back, but they stood no chance against seasoned soldiers hardened by years of battle on the front lines, and one after another they fell before the invaders. Sudamune ordered that even women and children be cut down without mercy, and soon the waters around Taishima ran red with blood. Sudamune's forces swept across the island, searching every inch and sign of a mermaid, and pressed the assault. Discovered the mermaid in hiding by the name of Hayase and captured her. Sudamune demanded that she make his troops immortal, but the mermaid staunchly refused, even as Sudamune turned to torture, inflicting unspeakable pain. With her every refusal, the torture escalated until eventually even her supernatural nature was not enough to withstand the torment. On the brink of death and resigned to her own fate, Hayase gave a terrible a final cry, overflowing with resentment and anger as she breathed her last. Sudamune ordered his men to take the flesh from her body, but as they moved to do so, a strange phenomenon began to occur. All the soldiers who approached her body began to transform into fish, their bodies decaying rapidly as the transformation took hold. I did read this already. Ravaged by the fierce earthquake of their ceiling existence, two mermaids, two islanders. Sumitaka turned to the situation. Was that tuning volunteered to present? Yes, we know this. And the wooden accessory. Okay. Tsuchimikata was also able to seal the curse of the sacred fish in the wooden accessory the princess made. No, we read that. Meanwhile, protected by the sacred. Oh, okay, here it is. Fate of the mermaids. After Harukage sealed away the entrance of Ryugyu, the two remaining mermaids, Namagame and Sobare, were left unable to return home. Nagame, free-spirited by nature and yearning to explore the seas beyond Ryugyu, seized the opportunity to travel the world, a journey of the world spanning 400 years. Enamored by the idea of the fairy tale romance, she said to have been
enthused at the thought of finding her own eternal love as she left. However, the more serious Sobaya was deeply affected by Hayase's sacrifice. Mourning her loss and filled with the longing to return home to Ryugu, spent her days hidden in the depths of Ise Bay, weeping bitterly. Acid knuckle nuts. The fate of the surviving islanders. Somikawa, the sole survivor of Taishima's islanders, saw Sobaya's tears and vowed to protect her, promising to do all that he could to ensure her return to Ryugu one day. The treasure the mermaid entrusted him, a tamatebaka, then passed down through the centuries of the Somikawa family as proof of oath being honored by his descendants 400 years later. Okay. Aranoshige's early life. This is all the stories, so what's the newest thing? Because, like... Biography of Tomoshige. Oh my god, she was struck in the head with an arrow. A curse from the tyrant of Tomoshige, feelings of malice and resentment. Struck down 800 years ago. Following the fall of the Taira clan. Several hundred years, okay. We pretty much know all this. Hopefully I don't have to read it, but the biography is the only one I didn't go and read. I'm pretty sure I read that. Never heard of him. He wasn't exactly what you call a historically important figure, even within the Heike. Seems that he sought out immortality and the mermaid's power of immortality to restore the Heike, but his pursuit ended in failure. The tomato bake is the actual legend. The resentment it must have dwelled within the Tomoshige bronze mirror, eventually turning into a cursed stone. Most likely. Then the symbols on the hand mirror and the business card were the true cursed targets. That's why I was like, you should probably throw that away. So that's what it was. If only we'd realized it sooner. Well then, done is done. Don't be too hard on yourself. Ikuko mentioned she got her cursed stone from Ikoma, right? Exactly. To think that Slippery Snake was sneaky enough to put the cursed stone marker on his own business cards. And Ikoma is seriously dangerous. That was way too close. Good thing we were cautious, especially since it seems he's after the Tamatebako too. Yeah. Seems like working without him turned out to be the right call. Although he may grow suspicious if he can't contact Kikuko anymore. Considering he's after the Tamatebako, there's a chance he might still chase after us. We need to keep our guard up. I think it's safe to assume he already knows about Miss Somikawa and the Tamatebako. I do wonder why he told us to go looking for the still-tied mirror too. Well, it's not this mirror, and we've got no reason to follow his orders anyways. I'd rather try and find out more about the mermaid as soon as possible. You're right. We didn't learn anything from Kikuko. Dude, we have everything. We have Tamatebako, we have the mirror. We just need the descendant now. Looks like we've got no choice. Shall we continue our investigation on the island? Could you hold on for a moment? Oh? Oh, someone's there. Oh! Hello? Ah! You. Oh, did they catch us? Commit the Mordor? Oh! That's gonna be it. that's gonna be it for now. We're like right on the minute. That's gonna be it. The rest will be maybe tomorrow? Maybe tomorrow will be the finale. Who knows? We're gonna get arrested. Because they're the cops. Excuse me. They're the cop version. But, you know, hopefully Cersei gives us some kind of immunity. I don't know. Or just a little guy. Poppy's just a little guy. Poppy's just a little guy. Let's just cry a lot. Yeah. Bobby goes to jail. I'm gonna feel bad for Yuza too, because he still has 800 years to live, but they're just gonna put him in a box and throw away the key. I already got the runny nose. Just gotta start stuttering and tearing up and crying a bunch. Ugh. Help. Sounds like dear for real, for real. It's over for us, it's over. Anyhow. That should be all from me tonight. Who did? Yeah. Have I taken any meds? I've taken a singular Advil. It says it's a fever reducer. So, maybe. Taking an Advil. But I don't have any cold medicine. I might be getting sick, so who knows. I hope not. I'm like really stuffy. It's been migraines and stuffiness. I think it might just be like weather congestion or something. Yeah, hope you don't get sick though. Spring sickness stinks for real. Yeah, everyone's been getting sick, and I don't want to get sick, but I feel like I might be getting sick, because I got like the wackest freaking headache, and it might be like some kind of congestion. Who knows? But thanks for everyone joining. I will be back tomorrow with more of this. Hopefully the finale? It seems like it's gonna be the finale. There's not much left to it. Unless there might be a lot more to it. I don't know. There's a lot of reading, so 1 or 2 more left. And we should be wrapped up with this game. It's been a lot of fun. I've been liking it a lot. Yeah, it was fun hanging with y'all. As usual, for real, for real. Yep. Good night, guys. Hopefully, we can sort out this stanky daylight savings. Good night. Good night. Sleep tight. Get good sleep. Good night.